everybody, and welcome back to the Functional Idiots Podcast, episode 44. I'm here with Colton.
Grades, people. Upgrades.
Upgrades.
That's how we make the dough.
That's right. That's how we're going to make this dough. I got a new microphone, and I can already tell you, after doing my testing, holy hell, it sounds so much better.
Let's just say his tighty whities are a little extra white.
Yeah. They're after I changed them, they're fine now. Yeah, so I took my old mic. I still had it all hooked up because this one didn't come in until like Tuesday of this past week, and of course I'm over the road truck driver, so I'm not here. And I got a new boom arm too because my old boom arm, I'm sure you heard it multiple times. Every time I'd fucking look at it, it would creak and groan like an old house, right? And so I was like, well, I just want to see what the difference is between the two of them. And so I just went to Audacity, which is what we used to use when we were recorded. And I just went in there and just, like testing, 1, 2, 3, penises, testing, right? And I did it with the new mic and then just played them back to back. And I was like, wow, that's real nice. That is really
nice.
So, Colton, do you ever listen back to the podcast?
Yeah, that's how I know I sounded like shit.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't.
I wouldn't
ever
say
listen
sounded
back
like
to the
shit.
Podcast. Not because I don't want to, but because I can't stand to hear myself talk. I just
yeah, it takes a little while to get over that hump of listening to yourself. I think because that was the problem I had is I really didn't like how I sounded, and at first I tried to do some changes. Like, well, maybe I can do something here and there, and
maybe I can do a different voice. No,
damn it, Bobby. Kermit the Frog here.
Yeah, start doing impressions.
Yeah, great. Then we'll be fucking canceled in -4 seconds. But I would listen to it just to hear what I'm doing and stuff I could just improve on as alone as, whatever it is. But I didn't like how I sounded, and I thought, maybe is it just me? What the hell? And then finally I was like, no, it's got to be the mic. I think I have the wrong type of microphone. And I did. So fucking a week's worth of paycheck later, new microphone rolls it. No, it wasn't a week's worth of paycheck. It's, it hurt though buying it.
I definitely paid something for it.
Yeah, we're going to put that on the Best Buy credit card so it's not due till next month. So hopefully it should be better. And it should also not pick up, as much background noise. And also with the new boom arm, I can move it around, and you motherfuckers can't hear it. So it's real nice. That is really nice. I do have a little bit of housekeeping before we roll in. So, well, first off, if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's @FunIdiotShow. You can email us. Why? FunctionalIdiotspodcast@gmail.com. You can go to our YouTube page where as of right now, Saturday, September 7th, me and the meth head Andy are going to do a live Functional Idiots broadcast, commentary only because obviously copyright, of an MLB game. We don't know which one it'll be because there's 2 of them on Fox at the 7 p.m. time slot. And so it all depends on what our Fox affiliate decides to play. And we have an idea which game it'll be, but we won't know for about another week and a half to when we can go far enough in the guide and figure out which one they're going to play. So that is going to be on Saturday, September 7th. A little bit before 7 p.m. The game's, I think, first pitch 7:10. We're going to start about 10 minutes prior to 7. That's the plan, but we'll let you know for sure.
About baseball, I was like,
yes. Football, I know we said we were going to do football broadcast. That's kind of being put on the back burner right now because Dillon's going to school, and so it's going to be a little harder. I mean, he's already, trying to pull strings just so we can have 2 hours to record our normal podcast every week. And then having an additional 3.5 hours to do a football game, yeah. We don't know, so if we decide to do one, we will let you know the best we can.
It's not just like school; it's juggling work, school, and trying to figure out my life.
Well, figuring out life and work that's normal. We already knew that. So that, and because our friend Andy, he asked, he's like, "Well, are we going to do Sunday, September 8th?" Is because that's the first weekend that's an NFL opener, which we will talk about later in the show. Are we going to do the Lions game on the 8th? And I'm like, well, no, even if Dillon didn't have to work, didn't have what he was going on, I was like, no, because that's Sunday Night Football, and that bitch starts at like 8:30, and so that fucker won't get over till like 11:30, and we all got to work in the morning. So no, we wouldn't be doing that game. Anyways, so, but if we do a game, we'll try and let you know the best we can, either through our Twitter, so follow us there, or if we happen to record our podcast before we do the game, although it'd have to be known a week prior, because this always goes up Monday mornings at 10 a.m. You know what? Just follow us on Twitter and we'll let you know there. How about that? If you want to support us on Patreon, which I'm going to get to something else there about that in a second. It's patreon.com, patreon.com/Functional Idiots Productions. Podcast, Functional Idiots Podcast. Our YouTube channel is Functional Idiots Productions. I know, how nice of us to keep it fucking the same all the way through. About the Patreon thing, if you do support us through Patreon, there's two tiers, a $10 or a $2 and a $10 tier. Do not support us through the iOS app version of Patreon. Do it either through the Android version or online at patreon.com. Do not do it through the app, because it'll not be what it says. It'll be about $1 to $3 more, because Apple's like, we want to take 33% of the money that you bring in. And we're like, no, how about you don't? So do not support us through the iOS app version of Patreon. Do it through the website, or if you have Android, you're fine. But if you have an iPhone, do it through the Patreon website. You will not get dinged the extra amount per month. That's how Dillon found out he was getting raped over for an extra $4.
Yeah, no shit. For the fucking goddamn YouTube Premium. Dude, I was pissed.
Yeah, so
I was fucking pissed.
And that doesn't just go for us. That goes for everything. Do not do it through the iOS app. Do it through the website if you have an iPhone, because you will save anywhere from as low as $1 to like who the fuck knows how much per month or per billing cycle, because a lot of places will tack on the Apple charge to whatever their normal thing is. So like our thing is, if you do the $10 a month tier, it'll tack on another like $3.30. So if you do it through the iOS app, so just do it through the Patreon website and it'll be fine. It'll be $10 plus whatever your sales tax is. So
sorry, we were talking about school and I forgot to check my grade for my project.
F minus.
Close. A minus. Yeah.
Ooh, you suck.
Yeah. Not bad.
So what are you rocking, an A minus, a B plus, A minus in school then?
B plus, because I got a few bad grades.
That's normal for you, a B plus. You were a B plus student.
Yeah, but I started out so good. Like, listen to these. A minus, A minus, B minus, ooh, B plus, ooh, you know. Oh, then it got worse because I rushed through one and then I fell short because
you always fall short.
I completely missed the mark on one thing, but then I bounced back and got an A and then A minus on my project, which my project is a huge part of my grades. So,
unlike his penis.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks. But yeah, school's going good. It's just stressful right now.
Well, I'd say that's why I've said the NFL stuff, we're putting the back burner on that right now.
No shit.
Because we don't need to put any more on Dillon's plate. And you could say, well, you and Andy could do it. I'm like, yeah, but I like football, but I'm not as knowledgeable as football as Dillon is. Okay, not saying that Dillon's like, oh, he could go fucking toe to toe with Troy Aikman. Yeah. No.
Yeah, absolutely not.
But I'm not saying that, but he knows a lot more than I do. You know, I can get the basics now, play action pass or some shit like that, but fucking he's sitting in shotgun. Oh, he's jerking off the centerman. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on out there, all right? All I know is my favorite penalty in football is false start, everybody but the center. That's my favorite penalty in football. All right? Because 10 out of 11 guys knew what the fuck was going on, but the one guy holding the ball, nah, he's still out in left field. False start, everybody but the center. 5-yard penalty. Replay first out. So, So yeah, that remember, do not, if you're going to support us through Patreon, which we really appreciate if you do, don't do it through the iOS app. Do it through the actual website. Yes, it might be an extra little bit, but it'll save you $3 a month, right? Or $1 to $3 a month.
Yeah.
Other update, it took 40 episodes nearly 40 episodes, but we have finally changed the image on Apple Podcasts to what our
Are you
current...
serious?
Yes, it took... And I blame it on you, Dylan.
Why?
Because you didn't put it in the right pixel format. That's all it was. That's all it was. It wasn't in the proper 3000 by 3000 pixels.
That's a fucking lie, because I had to make... You know how many times I uploaded that picture and it was like, scale size too small, scale size too big, because it was 3001 or 2099, or yeah,
all I know is
999 pixels.
All I know is I took the image that you shared me when Brianna, which we thank her for doing it, initially made our logo.
By the way, you fuckers that are like, well, you can... Yeah, we know, all right? But Brianna paid hard-earned cash for that.
3 cents.
Yeah, 3.5 cents.
Bad exchange rate in Canada right now. But I went to some website because I'm like, I was trying to do it through MS Paint. And I'm like, I want to make it to 3000 by 3000. And I'm making the background, the space I could do stuff on 3000 by 3000, but not the picture. I'm like, well, there's got to be some way. So I went to some website, how to, convert images to certain pixel sizes. And there's this website, I'll do it for free. I'm like, all right, I'll probably get some fucking virus, but at least our podcast photo will be correct on Apple Podcasts. So I put it in there.
I'm looking at, I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah. I went to it.
Oh, there she is.
I went to it. I did, all right, do 3000 by 3000. Cause that's what Apple Podcasts want, between 14 squared and 3000 squared, or 1400 squared and 3000 squared. So I just did 3000, right? Did that, uploaded it to Podbean, which is the podcast service we use. And I'm like, okay, well, it'll probably take a day for it to go through, whatever. And sure shit, Sunday when I left for work, I got in my truck and I was going to listen to one of my other podcasts I listened to, and I look and I'm like, oh, motherfucker, it changed. All right, finally. Fuck you, Dylan, you asshole. You didn't do it right the first time. So now, rather than having
episodes later,
I don't know what episode we changed our name at. I think it was right around 8 or 10. So about 36 episodes it took to change it. 36 to 38 episodes. So yeah, we're moving to big time, boys.
If anybody gets where our old podcast used to be, we'll give you $10 off.
No, we will not.
Yeah, you are.
I thought about doing that eventually, like later, if we actually have, an adequate viewer or audience, and then be like, if you can figure out or go and well, the proper way to do it would be to actually like take down the episodes that were under the original name, if Stupid had a name, and then people would be like, oh, well, what is it? And so they'd have to be like like an OG motherfucker to know what the original name of our podcast was. Which at the time, me and Dylan were like, that's a great name. About 3 episodes in, this name sucks.
This name is ass.
Yeah, major fucking.
Well, because I had the original best name. Okay, I'm just
the Chuckle Fucks Pod. That's the greatest name ever.
But we can't use it because it has fucks in it.
Sorry, it's just ice water.
I'm
not cracking a cold one yet. I already did earlier. So I'm tuned up.
Oh, dude, I had the Jack Daniels fruit punch.
You told me. He's like, yeah, I'm not a real big fan of it. I'm like, that's because you said something not very politically correct. And then he's like, of the price of it, I'm like, I will give you that. They are obscenely fucking expensive. Like, you get a 6-pack and it's like $12. It's like, do I get a fucking blowjob with it too? Holy shit.
But they are pretty good. They're not bad.
Which one did you get?
The fruit punch one. Because
fruit punch.
Down
home punch.
Yeah. Yes, it's fruit punch, but yes, down home.
Well, because there's like 3 or 4 different ones with punch. There's a berry punch. There's a down home punch. There's a watermelon punch, and then there's another punch one. I can't remember the name of it, but there's like 4 different punch ones.
Is that because the maker of it beat his wife? A lot of punches going on.
If you don't know, that sound effect is for when we say jokes that don't necessarily hit. I.e. that one.
Unlike the maker.
Yeah. See, now that one was a good one. So you'll get the rim shot, but if your joke sucks, that's what you get.
See, I want to constantly make bad jokes just so I can hear that fucking noise. Bwomp.
Bwomp. I remember, because I use my mixer has a bunch of audio pads. I can just tap it and it'll play the audio pad. And Dylan's like, oh, I want to get one of those so I can play it. He looked up, he's like, oh, yeah, he saw how much they were. And you're like, never mind.
Nope, I'm good.
Good, we're good. We are okay, fucker.
I'll just make stupid ass sound effects with my mouth.
Okay. So that covers our housekeeping from just that I wanted to do for
Colton's like America and I'm like a third world country. The best thing I have is a mic.
You don't even get anything because you're trying too hard. You're just trying to hear me play it now, so you don't get it. Now I lost my train of thought. I was going to go through this nice segue, and then you went up here and
there you
go. Okay, so that covers the housekeeping that I wanted to touch on. Another thing I wanted to touch on before we get into the meat potatoes of this episode, which we do have another My Strange Addiction coming up. Obviously, our banger of the weeks. Our Functional Idiots Answers returns after a few episode absence. And, of course, Pornstar Birthdays and much more in between. So fucking keep it locked in, assholes. I don't know what the hell is going on in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but 2 of the last 3 times I've gone through there's been either a semi that's burnt up on the side of the road, and like the fucking cab is gone, half the trailer's gone, right? Or B, there's a fucking semi laying on its side, and I go by, I'm like, what are you fuckers doing down? Are you making like some high grade fentanyl meth crap or some shit? What the hell is going on? Every time I go through here, there's a fucking tractor trailer that's just gone. It's like, figure it out, assholes. Let's, keep it between the lines, not rear end anybody. And when the sign says slow down for a curve that's 20 miles an hour, maybe slow down for the curve that's 20 miles an hour. I'm just saying, it's not like it's a shock. Holy shit, this is a fucking hairpin. Where'd this come from? No, it's not a shock. They have a sign up, assholes. Jesus. That's all I just wanted to get over here. Just wondering what the hell's going on in Tulsa, Oklahoma right now with semis.
Is it just there?
Yeah, it's just there. It's just there. Nowhere else. I mean, yeah, you'll see a semi gets into like, sitting on the side of the road, but you don't know why. If he's broke down, blew a tire, dropping off the lot lizard, who knows, right? But yeah, through Tulsa, burned out semi, or it's laying on its side. What? What? Now I'm scared to drive through here because maybe I'm next.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So that's all. I just got in one. What the hell's going on in Tulsa? Okay, let's move on into the first course of this episode. So obviously summer is known as wedding season because it's preferable to get married between, I would say, April through October, right? In my opinion, right? It's generally wherever you are in the world, or no matter where you are in the contiguous 48, April to October is decent enough weather for most of those weekends, right? Although, you might fall in love with the bride or the groom, depending on what you're feeling that day. But maybe the maid of honor is looking pretty spicy too, right? Maybe you should have got down on the farm with the friend. Okay. Well, this couple did just that. So they became a throuple. A married couple who fell in love with their maid of honor is now living with her as a throuple. And they're happier than ever. So 2 Massachusetts residents, Katie and Ness, tied the knot back they're lesbos. Tied the knot back in 2021 with, I don't know who was considered how does it work when 2 lesbians get married? Because you don't always necessarily have a bride and a groom, right? I mean, in this case, you do. One of them is dressed up as in a 3-piece suit. So it's easy to figure it out, but you can't necessarily call them groomsmen. So do you just call them brideswoman, rather than bridesmaid? Yeah, half and half. Okay, you are coffee mate, you're international delight, and you're soy milk. I just wonder how it works, because you're not doing the traditional, not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying the traditional is, man, woman has bridesmaids, man has groomsmen. Well, I don't know. I'm assuming Kaylee, who is now part of this throuple, was the true maid of honor. So of one of the bridesmaids. So the newlyweds had worked with her at a daycare center for years, but it wasn't until after the trio jetted off to Disney World together in November of 22 that things took an unexpected turn. Right, unexpected.
Oh yeah, scissor.
You fucking poor housekeeping walks into the room and all you hear is coming from underneath the sheets.
One of them got caught, and instead of getting pissed, they're like, "Can I join?"
Hey, that looks fun. Can I play too? Speaking on a YouTube series, Love Don't Judge, Ness admitted, it felt more intimate. It felt more romantic. We just kept flirting with one another, and it just kept going. The wife said, the married lovers revealed their desires to Kaylee, who said she was feeling a similar romantic connection. It was very natural for us because we had already had that dynamic of the three of us always being together, working at the daycare center. I think our relationship works because we have the foundation of being best friends. The threesome has since started documenting their unorthodox relationship under the handle @traveling_throuple. Just last week, the Lovebirds ventured back to Disney World, sharing several videos from the theme park with their measly 12,000 fans. Come on, guys, catch up. We have 0. Jeez, get good. While the ladies have many admirers, they've also been blasted by haters who chastise them for their unconventional lifestyle. See, why? If they're not bothering you, just leave them alone.
Hey, guess what? If they're not bothering you, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. If it's what they want, it's what they want. I was gonna play this.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Shut
that's
up.
what I want.
Shut up.
Why did I get shortened up? Great, now I gotta fucking fix it. Awesome. I'll do it later. I don't get. I mean, if it's how it happened, it's how it happened. Big fucking deal. Who cares? If they're going around and saying, "Oh, well, everybody needs to be in a throuple. A throuple's the best way," running around with fucking pride flags and shit. And anytime you say something that's cis, scream at you and shit. It's like, okay, maybe we need to have a little chat here, okay? And the chat is shut the fuck up. If they're being then I can see why you have a reason to be pissed. But if they're not bothering you, you got 2 confirmed ladies, one that's a lady but not looking like one, going through Disney World, big deal. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? And if they want to go back to the hotel and get some fucking
scissor
action going on, more power to them. Who actually cares?
I think that so many people try to butt in with their own shit that it's just listen, they're not gonna care. I'm not gonna care. Why do you care? They're not even part of your life, you fucking cunts.
My only thing looking at it is, I wouldn't, not saying it's not possible. It's just not very common of ones that happen. What's the longevity of this relationship, right? And
right.
Because if it goes really nasty, you might have a best friend, and the next day you no longer have one of your best friends because of X, Y, and Z reason. We don't, it doesn't matter. You guys could disagree on what kind of gravy's the best. Who knows? That's the only thing that could come out of it that's bad, is that could happen, and then it could, one, and then of the 2 initially married couple, one might take the side of Kaylee, who is the third wheel, literally. And then now that marriage falls apart. That's the only thing I think maybe why some people are upset is that this might bring in a bunch of unknown variables that don't necessarily need to be there, and it could cause a whole host of problems later on down the road.
Yeah.
Which I just thought of that, so obviously I don't disagree with it, but I'm not going to go up and be like, you shouldn't be in a throuple because you guys will have a divorce in 3 weeks. Guarantee it, bitch. No, what the fuck ever. So, I just thought that was interesting because the headline reads from the old New York Post, "We both fell in love with our maid of honor after we got married." Oh, you both did. Okay, now you've got my interest, right? And I don't know why my brain at first was like, the groom fell in love with the maid of honor, and then the bride fell in love with the best man. I don't know why my brain thought that. I was like, holy shit, this is some fucking like drama level TLC shit, man, going on. Holy hell, we need to. And then I was kind of disappointed that it was the way it is, but you know, it's still. I just wanted to bring it up. Like, leave people if they're not bothering you, don't bother them. Okay. Now, if they're screaming at your face and running around like fucking jackasses, yeah, you might have a reason to maybe stand your ground and clap back at them. There, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Although Dillon might have a problem with this. Let me look up for. Okay, so election day, the general election for next president, is Tuesday, November 5th, 2024 in the U.S. And I say in the U.S. because I believe last time I checked, there was like one person from Russia who listened to this, right? Probably listened to like 3 seconds, like, they don't speak Russia, vodka. And they probably left. Suka. Bliat. Robert F. Kennedy, who Dillon presumed or said earlier that he was going to vote for, has suspended his presidential campaign, which to me is not very surprising considering he doesn't have the letter R or D behind his name. But I would say the more surprising part is that he has actually backed Trump for president. He has thrown his support behind Donald Trump. He claimed in a speech that Harris has refused to meet or even speak with him. That I do believe, because she is a cunt. And I don't care. I'll fight with you right now. She is a fucking wretched cunt. Harris is. I just, Dylan, what's your thoughts? Because this is the guy you're going to vote for, and now I don't know. He said that of all the swing states, Michigan falls into the swing state because we can't decide if we're going to be red or blue or red or blue or red or blue about, every election cycle. He said in the swing states, he wants all the swing states, so probably like Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Pennsylvania, not Florida. Florida's pretty heavily red now. Arizona, Nevada,
all right, I know. Well, see,
and maybe a few other states. He wants those states to take his name off the ballot, right? Because it'd be a waste of a vote, right? Because what's the point? He's not running anymore. It would, he doesn't want to play spoiler in those states. Now, in states like California, Trump has 0 chance of winning in California, right? How do I know that? He's not even campaigning there. Why? There's no point. You're not going to win that state, right? You're not going to win New York. You're not going to win Oregon and Washington or Illinois. Not going to happen, right? It would be a huge change in the political spectrum if one of those 4 or 5 states actually voted red. It would be unbelievable. But like Michigan, he got a chance. Pennsylvania has a real good chance. Minnesota, Wisconsin, real good chance. That's where you do all your heavy campaigning, is those states where you have a 50-50 chance of getting them. States that are like 80-20 or 90-10, yeah, you go touch on them, just to, keep people intrigued, but you don't do the heavy campaigning like you'd would in a swing state.
So obviously, just in case, if
you don't need to say who you're going to vote for now, but I just wanted to say what was your thoughts, because the guy you were going to vote for as well.
Obviously,
no longer
I now have a. There was always a backup, and obviously there's a third option.
I think in Michigan you can do a write-in. I'm not sure though. But you can always just put Bozo the Clown.
Bigfoot. There we go. But I mean, I'm not surprised, because RFK has D by his name, but he was running as independent. So
yeah, I think if he was running under the Democrat Party, he would win, because he is actually, and I can say this wholeheartedly, right? Considering he just threw his support behind a Republican to win president. He is truly a moderate. Yes, he is on the Democrat side. There's no one who is truly a moderate. You say, oh, Bernie Sanders is an independent because he is so far fucking left. Even the Democrats don't even want to be with his ass, right? There's the Democrats, there's liberals, and then there's Bernie Sanders, and then there's communism. He's one step from that. But RFK, you have your moderates, and then you're right on each side of that of people who will actually maybe vote both ways because of, like, maybe, you know, he mostly agreed with the Democrats, but he's like, you know what, the Republicans, they do have some good ideas when it comes to, you know, X, Y, and Z, you know, that I don't necessarily agree with on the Democrat side. So I think if he would have ran as the Democratic nominee, he would win. Oh, hands down, he would win.
Yeah,
without a doubt, he would win. And I wouldn't hate it because the only major thing I disagree with him in is, you know, he's kind of hardcore in the climate change stuff, which we're not going to get into that today, argument wise, because I know that'll be a heated argument, and Dillon's under a time limit today, and so we can't do that today. But you know, like, he actually was one of the few Democrats that came out and was like, what a lot of the blue states did during COVID was wrong. And what everyone was saying that we needed to wear masks and masks are the cure-all for shit was wrong. Your little pillow sheet of a mask ain't stopping shit, all right? Newsflash for you. It's not stopping anything, all right? And so I applaud him for that. He was actually calling out his own party. And I would like more Republicans to do that, too. That would call out their own party, be like, yo, guys, this is way too far out into the closer to the extremist conservative stuff. You know, let's rein it back in a little bit.
I think that should be both sides. Like, my whole thing is, I don't think it should have ever been a two-party system. Like,
well, I agree.
Obviously,
sorry.
Yeah, obviously, you know, it's not going to happen. It's just, oh my God, this is the problem. Let's say we have a Democratic president for 4 years, and then we get a Republican president the next 4 years. And then let's say another Democratic president after that, right? Let's go back and forth. So the Democrats will put in something that Republicans don't like, and then some of the Democrats are like, yeah, whatever. Republicans come in, they change everything over, and then the Democrats take over, and they change it all back, and it's like, what the fuck are we guys doing? We're not actually moving forward on anything. You guys are just being dumb about it, because you're like, well, it's fucking garbage. And the one story, besides RFK Jr., that you just said, is that Obamacare was actually a Republican idea. That's what I heard.
Yes and no. Mostly no, but yes and no.
Well, obviously,
affordable health care was a
was
Republican idea.
Yes.
But then the Democrats took it as
Hillary Clinton.
Democrat. Socialist health care. And so they ran it with it that way. So, but they used the excuse, oh, well, this is a Republican idea. No, the Republican idea was to rein in the fucking cost of health care. And you fuckers did the exact opposite. Because I guarantee, since 2011 or 12, whenever Obamacare came into existence, fucking health insurance prices have done nothing but fucking skyrocket compared to years prior. All right?
Well, not for me. But...
Whatever. Well, obviously not for me, because at the time I was like 10, right? Don't think I had a fucking job, wasn't living in China, working in a sweatshop. So that didn't have to worry about that. But anyways, continue on.
But so my issue is
you,
like,
pig.
Yeah, excuse me, sorry. Calm down. It was barely a burp. It was a little like, yeah, exactly. It was that. But like, what I just don't understand is why people just can't see, like, so many people live and it's either black or white. Well, sometimes you got to live in the gray. Like, take the best of both worlds. Okay, it's a fucking, you have shit in your right hand, shit in your left hand. What are you going to do besides clap? Like, guess what? Mitigate it, slow it down a little bit, but it's still going to clap, dude.
Shit.
So,
yeah, I do find that annoying how every time, because the U.S. goes, for the most part, pretty much back and forth. You know, yeah, we might get like 2 or 3 of one party as president in a row, but then it'll swing back the other way, and then, you know, a Democrat might win, and then they'll win maybe, you know, when I say things, I don't mean like terms, I mean like actual separate people, right? You know, they might win 1 or 2 in a row, and then it'll swing back to Republicans. They will win 1 or 2 in a row, and then it will go back. It goes back and forth. And prior to, I would say, 2008, no reason why I brought that specific year up. It wasn't bad. I mean, yeah, you have your basic ideological changes, which that's with everything. You could have 2 people who are both Republicans go in there, and they're going to not set shit up the same way. Same thing with Democrats. You have 2 people who vote blue, will vote nothing but blue, go in there, and they still won't set it up the same way. It's just, right. There's still a little bit of ideological changes, which is fine. That's what makes America, America. You know, we all have, you know, we can all think independently of each other, although that seems to be happening less and less. But it is annoying how it's like you swing the pendulum one way, you go all these policies hardcore this way, and then the other party wins, so then it swings back the other way, and then they basically either undo everything the last, you know, president did, and then go the other way to the extreme, and then the pendulum swings back, and then it swings back. You know, it's like, let's try and find something in the middle rather than doing these huge fucking swings. Because think prime example comes down to pollution, right? And the Democrat Party is real hot and heavy into the climate change stuff. I'm not denying that there's not climate change. No, obviously, but I think they're going about it the wrong fucking way. Okay, trying to go nuts to butts action and the world's going to end in 2030. No, it's not. And trying to get into this shit done in less than 10 years, it can't happen. Our technology cannot move that quick, and unless you want to spend billions and billions of dollars of money we don't have. So you need to slow it down a little bit. Now, I'm not saying we need to take off all the restrictions on, you know, when it comes to cars or diesel trucks or whatever, you know, whatever like that. You know, it is what it is. It's been like, you know, after treatment diesel exhaust fluid systems, whatever the hell you want to call them, on diesel trucks have been like that since 2010. I'm not saying that next Republican goes in there and says, get rid of all that shit, because it's nothing but a pain in the ass, which is true. But it's been like that, but don't just park it right here for a little while, okay? We don't need to go even more hardcore, because all you're going to do is hurt the American people in the pocketbook. And, you know what? I'd rather have money than, you know, a little bit more money to live, and I'll take a little bit dirtier air. I'm just saying, that's me personally, you know, because I would like to eat and live in a house. But you can have clean air. But I have no house because I can't afford it now because I have to follow all these restrictions and shit on these cars. I'd like the house, please. So
I would rather have a roof over my head.
Yes, I would like the house. Thank you very much. And it's not like, you know, and it's not like our pollution is like it was back in like the 60s where it's like, oh, you got PFAS? Fuck it, just dump it in the forest. It's fine. It's fine. No problem. Oh, sewage? Fuck treating it. Just pump it right into Lake Michigan. It's fine. The fish poop and pee in there all the time.
Pump it right in the water.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, I'm not saying undo all that, but like, we're sitting in a pretty good place right now. Why don't we just hold off for a little while, all right? Rather than, you know, keep going farther and farther down a path that's getting narrower and narrower, and it's to the point it's not going to make a lot of sense to keep going down this path. So my next question, because obviously you've already said that you're still not going to vote for Trump, which is fine. Don't have any problem with that. You can vote for whoever you want. But does RFK throwing his support behind Trump kind of, you know, I wouldn't say necessarily swayed you, but maybe make you stop and think of why he would be throwing his support behind somebody who's not in his party at all? Because, again, even though he didn't have a D behind his name, he was a Democrat.
Yeah.
Like, does it just make you like, why is he throwing his support behind a Republican? You know, why is he not throwing his support behind a fellow party member in Kamala Harris?
I think well, the same question could be asked of, you know, why a Republican showed up at the DNC yesterday, or not yesterday. Yeah, was it yesterday?
I know the DNC's going on, but I haven't been paying attention.
I guess there was a Republican senator that showed up.
Even when the RNC was going on, I I could not care less about the fucking conventions.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't care. All I know is during the Republican thing, Hulk Hogan ripped his shirt off, and it was pretty fucking cool. So, hell yeah, brother. That's all I know, though. So, if you want to talk about it, that's all I got.
I don't know. I think it's just because he feels, I guess more so connected with Trump than Kamala Harris, which is fine because it's just like support who you want to support. If you want to, it shouldn't be like a huge surprise for people to go back and forth. Well, like I'm a Democrat, but I agree with the Republicans a little bit more on this, because they have things that I like. Well, then maybe you should be Republican. But I'm mostly Democrat. Oh, okay. Like it shouldn't be that big of a deal that a Democrat or a Republican even shows up to the opposite party just to you have my support.
Yeah.
Because this is the problem. It shouldn't matter who is in what party. This is why I hate the two-party. This is why I fucking can't stand the two-party system. It's not even that because you have independent people running still, but the mostly two-party system. It's just because people will be like, well, they're Democrat or Republican, so I can't agree with anything that they're saying because they're not the same party as me. No, that is not what America's about. It just agree who you want to agree with. It doesn't have to be because they're Democrat or they're Republican or they support a different person or whatever. If you want to vote for Kamala Harris, vote for Kamala Harris. If you want to vote for Donald Trump, vote for Donald Trump. If you want to vote for Chase Oliver, the libertarian, vote for him. Just vote for whoever you want. That's the good thing about America. It's just, I don't know. The two-party system is just fucking broken as fuck. It's ridiculous, is what it is.
Yeah, but I see it as more as you got it is what it is. It's not going to change.
It's not going to change unless the people want it to change.
It's not going to change. Not in our lifetimes. It will, and I would put all the money, all my life earnings right now. It's never going to change. The two-party system, it might not be straight up Republicans and Democrats, but it'll always be a two-party. Maybe somehow a third party comes in there, but overall it'll still be a party system. That's not limited to just America. You look at other countries; they all have. Canada has separate parties. The UK has parties. France has different parties. They have more than just two. They have different ones, which would be nice over here. But you're always going to have the party system under any type of democratic election system. You're always going to have a party system.
That's the thing.
You just don't like how there's only two.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I want a party system. Like I want the thing is like it's so generalized now that it's just like if you have like let's take RFK for example. He backed Trump, but he's a Democrat. He should be in a separate party for that. You don't agree with what the Democrats offer, and you don't agree with the Republicans offer. Go to a separate party. Start a separate party. Do something. But it's because, like, well, I somewhat agree with more of the Democrats, so I'm just going to lump myself with them because otherwise I'm not going to have any chance. That's the problem. That is the problem.
Okay, I agree with that.
Like you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Like,
it's so generalized now that there's no, like, anybody that has a different idea is too afraid to go outside the box. Trust me, there are people that will vote for you. Me being one of them, because I was told it's better to know the devil that you're voting for or whatever. Like, it's better to know the devil that you're going to be in the bed with. I don't know, some fucking saying like that. I think that's stupid, in my opinion. I think it's fucking ridiculous. I shouldn't have to vote for a devil. I should be able to vote for someone who I personally agree with or that aligns with me more than either Democrat or Republican. But so many people are blindsided by either party that that's just who they go with. Oh, they got an R by their name, so let me vote for them. And I'm not saying that everybody does that, but I'm just saying like that's how the majority of the party system is.
Yeah, you're generalizing. People, I mean, it's for both sides. People will go in there and they'll just vote for the guy who has the R behind his name, and they'll just vote for the guy that, they have no idea. The guy who has a D behind his name could be Bigfoot, and the guy with behind an R behind his name could be, Sasquatch. Even though they're basically the same damn thing, they're not. But you don't even know who the fuck you're voting for.
Another big issue I've had is this is to all the people that pretty much get blindsided by, don't be afraid to take a look at your party and be like, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we doing this? This shouldn't be happening. What the fuck? And just say something about it. Like, if I had the education to do so, I'd run for office, and I would run as an independent. Like, hey, you Republican? Guess what? I have some Republican policies right here. Hey, you're Democrat? Well, guess what? I also have Democratic policies right here, because they're the best of both worlds. It doesn't have to be one side or the other. And what really fucking irks me, both Trump and Kamala has done this. They have said that they're going to unite the country once more if they get elected into office, right?
That's just a talking point.
Yeah, in some sort of way they said that. Then get rid of the two-party system or add parties, because that is the only way you're going to unite the country.
No, they're not saying that. What they're saying, the uniting the country, is there is a lot of hate between, yes, the parties, Democrats and the Republicans, right, on a few key issues, right? And what are the major key issues? Transgender rights, abortion rights, voter rights, which I can't even believe is an issue, and climate, right? Those are the four key issues, right? Everyone can agree, yes, the economy is kind of shit right now. It's not great. Oh, well, everybody's making money. We're not in a downturn. Yeah, but fucking a dozen eggs is like $80 at the store. Okay, that's a problem. All right, I got to think about Kamala in a minute, but that I find absolutely hilarious. But they're saying more like, let's stop always fucking arguing, okay? We're going to agree. Like me and Dillon, we're obviously not going to agree on the student loan issue. Yes, we can still talk about it.
Yeah.
It's not going to come down, I'm not going to talk to you, Dillon, anymore because you don't agree with me on student loan. Fuck you. And then run out of the room, right? That's the problem. That's where we are in America. You could agree on 99 fucking issues, but one issue you guys don't agree on, I'm out of here. And you run out of the fucking room like a bitch. That's the problem. And so it's like, we need to get rid of that. Be like, okay, yep, we won't agree on this. We can still talk about it.
What the fuck happened? I can't hear.
I can still hear myself. Maybe that's a you problem, Dillon. Dillon's having issues, shockingly, right? I can't believe it. Unbelievable. Dillon's having fucking issues with his computer. But that's what we need to get rid of, is just because you disagree on...
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay. I could hear you the whole time.
Oh, well, I couldn't hear you because my headphones decided to be like, you know what? We're going to take a break.
You know what? Hey, it's almost 6 o'clock. Smoke break.
I can give you... just to go back to your, like the most debated topic issues with transgender rights. What else did you say? Abortion rights? I said
transgender rights, abortion rights, voter rights, which I couldn't believe is even a thing.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And what was the last thing I said?
And the border crisis or whatever?
No, I didn't bring that up because if you have fucking eyes, you know the border is a disaster right now, unless all you do is watch CNN.
Let's do a quick run-through as a moderate. Transgender rights. Allow them to do whatever the fuck they want, except for unless they're not 18. Then you're gonna have to wait till you're 18. And don't put men in women's sports.
And don't put quote unquote men, even though they're transgender, in women's bathroom. If you got a schlong and berries, your ass is going in the men's room.
Yes,
I don't fucking care what you could identify as a fucking cactus. Don't care. Your prick ass is going in the fucking men's room.
Abortion rights. Allow women to do. Allow women to do what they want with their body as long as it doesn't become birth control. Not that hard. What was the last thing? Jesus Christ, I got the attention.
Voter rights.
Voter. I don't even know what the issue with voter rights is. What's going on with that?
The issue is that somehow a portion of the country who tend to vote the color blue think that you don't need to have an ID to go vote, to show ID to go vote.
That's bullshit. If you're not part of this country, you can't be allowed to vote in this country.
Well, that's like my thing is like, okay, but then why do I need to show my ID to go pick something up at Best Buy? But
exactly.
I don't need, let's just break it down that way. I don't have to show like here in Michigan, you don't need to show your ID to vote. You can just walk in and be like, yep, I could walk in and be like, yep, I'm Dillon Kemple. Oh, I'm sorry, I just said your name.
You fucking retard.
Oh
my God, I didn't even fucking realize how you said it.
You know,
I was like, and then I'm like, wait, you said my last name, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. Anyways, I can walk in and be like,
yes,
hey.
you fucked up.
It's been a while since I've done that. I think I've had to fix myself once prior. But yeah, I
you could go in as me, and
I could walk in and be like, "Yep, I'm Dillon Jackass, right? Yeah, I'll go vote for Dillon, right?" And then turn around, go back in line, go to a different thing, be like, "Yep, I'm Colton, my last name," and go vote again. And then you go up to vote, and then you're like, "Hey, this motherfucker's voted twice. You can't vote twice unless you voted Democrat. Then yeah, you're all right to vote twice. But you can't vote twice." And so it's like, but if I want to go pick up something from Best Buy, I can't be like, "Yeah, I'm here to pick up something for my friend Dillon." Did he put you down? No, but actually, I am Dillon. Okay, do you have ID? Well, why do I need to show ID? Well, we need to make sure it's you. But I don't need to show ID to vote. Yeah, I know it's kind of fucked up, but we need to make sure it's you before you take this $500 TV that this guy named Dillon bought, and we need to make sure you're Dillon so you're not just jacking a $500 TV. It's just bonkers, right? You go pick up something from any store, not just Best Buy. It could be Cabela's. It could be even Meijer. If you're doing they do the shopping for you and you're going to the store and picking it up, you need to show ID. Because they don't just want some fucking Joe Blow homeless jackass off the street be like, "Hi, I'm Joe Blow. I'm here to pick up his stuff." And then you walk out. 5 minutes later, Joe Blow walks up and says, "Where's all my groceries? I just paid $250 for 3 dozen eggs," because that's what eggs are going for these days. "And they ain't here. What the hell?" "Oh, well, you just said you picked them up." "That wasn't me." Now it's like,
what'd you do to my drink?
Yeah. I don't get that one. And the last one was climate. I really generalized the voter rights thing, but that's the main issue is showing voter ID. There's a few other things, but the main hang up is voter ID, which I just can't fathom as even a thing. I would like someone to tell me, like, straight up, and not just say, "Oh, well, you shouldn't have to show ID." Okay, but why? Why shouldn't we have to show ID? Don't just keep repeating that, but tell me why.
I would like to bring up the fact, well, what if you don't have a driver's license? Well, there's this wonderful thing called a state-issued ID.
Yeah,
Get one of them!
Yeah, it's actually a law. You have to have some form of identification at the age of 18.
And it's... Hey, apparently in Michigan, you can't have a state ID and a driver's license. You have to have one or the other.
Yeah, but you have to have one or the other. You can't just go without. You have to have something, right? Because if you're walking through whatever and the cops want to see who you are and you don't have ID, they're gonna be like, "Well, you could be fucking Osama bin Laden for all we know." So we're gonna take you.
Hold on. What are we talking about here?
Well, I'm just saying, whatever. You could be fucking, the leader of Iran, crackhead he is. We don't know, so we're gonna take your ass down to the pokey and try to figure out who the fuck you are, because you don't have some form of identification on you. I just don't get that.
Were you suspected of committing a crime?
Me?
No, the person that's walking down the street.
Oh, leader of Iran. Well, he's convicted of many crimes, in my opinion, but,
Well, obviously in Michigan they're not going to know. The state police isn't going to know that shit.
Yeah, you are. If you open your eyes, he fucking supports terrorism.
Yeah, no shit! But I'm talking about if they're going down the street and they're like, Hey,
yeah, exactly.
Let's get this guy. Let's ask for his ID. They can't unless you're suspected of a crime.
Well, yeah, some sort of probable cause, right?
Yes.
But still, overall, you have to have some form of identification on you.
Yeah, that's.
I was just giving a generalized thing, like
they
want to know who you are.
Bottom line of it, yeah. At least the government wants to know who the fuck you are.
Yeah. So for the whole thing of some people have it. You're talking about less than 1% of the country.
And
are you serious right now?
I'm going to go ahead and say this. I'm okay with people with work visas as long as they're, whatever. As long as they're up to date and if they live here temporarily or, they're applying to get citizenship, then, yeah, I don't have a problem with them voting. Unless... the problem I have is with people that try and say who they say they are and they're not. That's what I have an issue with.
That I don't like. If you aren't a full American citizen, I don't think you should be allowed to vote in U.S. elections. Because, like you said, if you have a temporary work visa, okay, if you don't renew that visa, or if you're just here for the summer months, right, because you work in the agricultural fields down in Texas or Arizona or California, whatever, right, so you're only here for 6 months and then you leave, well, why the fuck should you be voting for who's president and who's your state representative? You're here on a visa. Same thing for people that come over from overseas, like in a student exchange program. Obviously, I know they're not 18, so they wouldn't be allowed to vote anyways, but, or if, or they're studying abroad in the U.S., they're here on an education visa. Well, at the end of your visa, most likely you're going to be heading back to your origin country, wherever you're from, France, China, Italy, whatever. So I don't think you should be allowed to play a factor in our elections. You're here on a visa temporarily for education, and then you're going back to your country. Now, if you want to stay here and apply for citizenship, more power to you. That's great. But until you are a citizen, you can't vote. That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
That's the thing. I understand that, like, the U.S. is a melting pot. Like, good.
We're an overdone melting pot. That shit burnt.
But,
burnt crispy.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is my philosophy. It's simple. It's easy. You ain't got to worry about shit, all right? Let people be who they want to be. If they want to be gay, if they want to be, part of the LGBTQ community, or if they want to, marry a cactus, let them do it. I don't care.
I like his prick.
Ha ha ha! Play the womp noise, you motherfucker. No, that is womp. That's what that joke was. And then I don't have a problem with anybody with a different skin color than me. Guess what? I don't care. You're a human, just like me. We're gonna bleed the same, right? I mean, you probably don't have the same blood as me, but that's besides the point.
Hey, Dillon doesn't like my jokes. Here, let me play you a sad song of the world's smallest violin. Kiss my ass, all right?
I'm running a window licker.
I'm running the fucking board over here. I can do what I want.
But I just don't, it's not that I don't care. It's just that I don't care about that kind of stuff. Listen, if you're respectful to me, I'm going to be respectful back to you. That's not an issue I've ever had. That's not an issue I'm going to have. If you want to be a dickhead to me, I'm going to be a dickhead straight back to you. Because that shit don't fly with me. I don't care. If you think you're better than me, all right, cool, I guess. Go fucking jerk off into a fucking tub. I don't give a fuck. But, anyways, whole point is do what you want, except unless you're a pedophile, and then I'll personally maybe go to jail or prison for 13 years. I don't know. But, I don't know. It does not bother me. I don't care. What bothers me is the fact that there's people out here that have a problem with the color of somebody's skin. That really irks me. Or people that have a problem with what people do in their bedroom. If they have 3 people, 4 people, who gives a fuck? As long as they're not minors.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's it. That as long as they're not minors, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. If you're doing it in if you're doing it in your front yard. Okay, we might need to have a little chat, But
you have a whole fucking house with 4 bedrooms. Go in one of them.
Yeah, do it in the fucking kitchen for all I care. Just maybe by the mailbox. No, all right. That little red flag is not a dildo. That's for outgoing mail. Now that thing is going to be outgoing out of you, but that's not mail.
And here, another thing. I am willing to talk with anybody and everybody about what they believe in, why they believe in that. Because, in my personal opinion, being ignorant to somebody's situation does not make you better than that person. Being ignorant to things that are going on in the world does not make you a better person. Ignorance is bliss. Guess what? Wake up to the reality. People are going to have different opinions than you. Accept that. We can accept each other for who we are because of that specific reason. We're different. We're going to have different opinions. We're going to come to different conclusions about shit. Deal with it. Be together with one another. Like, it's not that hard. It really fucking irks me that people have such an issue with everybody else because they don't think the same way. They don't do this. It's just like, why do you care?
Agreed. Okay.
Let's move on because I want to, yeah.
Let's move on. I was
I'm
just
gonna
thinking the
start
same
randomly.
thing.
You know.
We're going to move on now to another Functional Idiots React. And it's another My Strange Addiction. If you want to watch the video form of this.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
What?
Am I going to are we watching on a Discord?
No, well, I should be able to share my screen. It should be fine like last time. Unless it didn't work last time. I thought it did.
No, because remember it had that echo?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. So, yeah, okay, well, I'll pop up in Discord. If you want to watch the video form of this, you're going to have to support us on our old Patreon. You can do it for just as little as $2 a month. Not through the iOS app. And you can... Let me do all that. I need to share. Watch the video form of this so you can get it... we'll describe it as we go, obviously. But, yeah, it's better to... you can also see the video. All right, you got it, Dylan? You should. I tested it earlier.
Yes, I got
you
it.
should be able to hear it through Riverside. If you don't, just let me know and I'll try and figure it out real quick. Like,
All right.
so, now I just started recording for all you that support us on Patreon and want to watch this video. Thank you. Let's get right into a woman and
You guys smell like B.O.
Is Barack Obama here?
That's gay. Exactly.
Anyways, this woman in San Antonio, Texas, next to a very large set of cowboy boots, holy shit, has a kind of
It's
interesting...
Bigfoots.
has a quite interesting addiction to eating something. You can hear it, Dylan?
Yep.
Not echoey at all?
Nope.
Perfect.
My name's Danielle. I'm 33 years old.
I tell you what I need to do is turn it the fuck down. Holy shit.
I live in San Antonio, Texas, and I am addicted to Vapo-Rub.
Okay,
What
now...
the fuck?
I thought this was she likes eating Vapo-Rub. I'm sorry. Now those are like the I actually bought one of those. Those are like the Vicks Vapo-Rub. They're like what's the allergy thing that you can kind of like you push down and it squirts the
Flonase.
Flonase. It's like a Flonase type of deal, or it's like, but you don't push it. It just has some Vapo-Rub down in the bottom, and then you snort it like cocaine. But you get the same effect as if you put like Vicks on your chest. You know what I mean?
She has a fake lip piercing, and it's gonna bother me.
I think a lot about her is fake if you just keep watching.
I'll use all kinds of Vapo-Rubs. The inhaler, the patches, the candles, but the rub is my favorite. I like to put it on my eyelids.
She's got more bolts and nuts on her than a fucking car. Holy shit.
It's like when somebody squirts lemon in your eye, but it's a good burn.
I think it says directly on there, do not put on eyes.
What is she, a fucking masochist? I like causing pain to myself.
I mean, the old school way is just, this way for attention, this way for results on your arm. But, I mean,
Make
hey.
yourself look like a barcode.
Yeah.
Look at me. A barcode on myself because my mommy says I'm priceless.
Yeah. I'm living the American dream. I got a white picket fence.
Therapist is just staring at her like, bitch, what the fuck?
Danielle has been addicted to Vapo-Rub for over 20 years. It started innocently as a child when she had a cold.
I mean, when you are stuffed up, Vicks is awesome, right? Because it can help relieve congestion, but I don't like it to the point of like, this.
I hate Vapo-Rub.
Oh, what do you not like about it? It's great if you are stuffed up.
I don't like it.
Would you not like the? You just don't like the smell of it? I think it's got like
Yeah.
eucalyptus leaves in it, or eucalyptus or something.
No,
like that in it.
eucalyptus doesn't bother me. I don't know.
Something about it you don't like. You know, it feels like
those
yesterday's
tissues
cum.
Yeah. You know that the Puffs tissues that had Vapo-Rub in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it make my nose and lips feel weird.
Oh, maybe there's something in it that you're allergic to.
No, not like tingly.
Oh,
there's shit on my lip and fucking shit.
Oh, well, if you stop doing dip.
I remember the first time I put it on my chest because I was sick, and it just smelled so good to me. I wanted to taste it, and it just went on from there.
Now,
I want to know if she actually eats it. Like, eat it, bitch. I want to know if you actually fucking eat it. Like, yep, I got my bowl of cornflakes here, got my cup of coffee, and for my creamer today, I'm going to put some fucking Vicks Vapo-Rub in that shit. No sugar needed, sugar.
Danielle can't go more than 30 minutes without a fix.
30 minutes? Holy shit, you're as bad as a fucking crackhead. God damn. Like, what if you're in a meeting at work, right? You're just sitting in the corner just... Yeah, 30 minutes later, just...
What are you doing over there?
Huh?
In a cubicle, just here. Oh.
Yeah. Hey, Danielle, what's going on over there?
What seems to be the officer problem?
She has one of those sticks just stuck in her nose. Oh, she...
Spends up to $300 a month to satisfy her craving.
Okay, when you have
shit.
when you have a Tupperware thing or a storage thing full of jars of Vicks and poison ivy cream and fucking yeast infection shit, yeah, you got a problem.
Dude, poison ivy sucks ass.
Oh, it does. I got it in my eyes once. Not great.
I got like obviously everybody's allergic to it, but I had
Not
like
everybody.
a light case.
Not everybody.
I had a light case, I think, where it just barely touched my leg, dude, and it cut my leg. Oh my god!
It cut your leg, or you cut your leg?
I don't know. It hit my ankles or something, and I itched, and it must have broke open my skin because it scabbed
that's
afterwards.
nice.
But oh
Yeah.
my god, it fucking itched like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I'd be fine at work, like my socks would cover it. But as soon as I got home and I take off all the sweaty shit that I'm wearing, dude, air would hit it, and it's like, okay, it's time to itch.
Yeah. So like when we were going to high school, and middle school, I guess, but before 11th on down, because obviously senior year you have senior pictures. You'd get your school, you'd go to get your school picture that they put on your ID, so the school knows who the fuck you are. And it would always be before the school year, about a week or 2 weeks before, because a lot of times it'd be about a week before, because you'd go there and that's when you would pick up your laptop and your charger and stuff like that from the school supplied stuff.
Yeah.
And so when we went to school, the school we went to, we always started after the day after Labor Day, right? We always started after Labor Day. Now, because of how the state changed the rules on, I think from either days to hours or something like that, a lot of schools now started this past week on Wednesday, and Labor Day is not for another not till next weekend. So we always started on Tuesday, and so like the week before, either like Tuesday, Wednesday, or maybe even Thursday, usually Tuesday or Wednesday, we'd have their school pictures. That week and that summer, I worked at a golf course, and we were out where one of the paths goes kind of through like a marshy area, and we were cleaning back the weeds, right? Because it was a rainy day, so there wasn't a lot of golfers going through, so we could block the path and clear it out, right, without bothering people. And I had gotten poison ivy through there, and I didn't know I got poison ivy through there, and I actually got it in my eye because obviously I had I think it's Marusian or something like that oil. I don't remember what it's called, Marusian oil or something like that, on my fingers because it was on my legs, and you rub your legs or whatever, and then you get in your, I rub my eye or whatever because, whatever. I got that the Friday before school pictures on a Tuesday.
Oh my god!
And so Saturday I woke up, my I think it was my right eye was all puffed out, right? And I'm like, what the hell? And I thought, is it like, did I just maybe get into like some sort of like allergies, cleaning that out and stuff like that? So I didn't really think anything of it, right? Went into the golf course, did all the sand traps or whatever. Again, basically driving out of one eye because the other eye is like sealed shut. Next day, wake up, same thing. I'm like, no, this is a problem. So that's me and my mom went down to the med center, and I was totally off my game, right? I go in there, and the nurse is like, so are we here to look at your left eye? And I'm like, what? My left eye was normal, right? And so if I would have been on, I'm like, yeah, it's not as puffed up as my right eye, and it's really annoying me. I can actually see out of it, I want it like the right. I was totally off my game. She tried to make a joke, easy layup, and I fell on fucking sweaty floors. It was terrible. But yeah, I got that 3 or 4 days before school pictures. But I gotta tell you, the ointment they gave me, and they gave me like gobs of ointment. I still fucking have it. I only went through one tube. Dude, within like 6 hours, the swelling went down tremendously, and like the next day, it stopped itching. I never even had to touch it. It was fantastic, the shit they gave me. I don't know what they gave me, what kind of, I also had to take, that was the first time I got poison ivy. They gave me steroid pills. The second time they gave me 2 different types of cream, because I had it on my arms and a little bit on my leg, and then I had it on my face. And so the arm and the leg stuff, they gave me like a heavier duty stuff. And then the face stuff, they gave me a more dermatology-friendly one. But yeah, like within 6 hours, it was like, holy shit, I can see.
It's like, goddamn, what's this like?
Yeah, fuck. I have depth perception, and I still get hit in the face.
I like to use my inhaler as much as a full minute, just sitting there inhaling. It's like when you're...
How long can you fucking suck in? Like, I'm sucking in like 6 seconds max, man, and I'm like... and I'm done. Fucking hey, you can just sit there a minute? Christ.
Somewhere really, really cold, and you breathe. It kind of like stings a little, but kind of the good sting.
Oh, she definitely is a masochist. It's pissing me off that she has a fake ring in her lip. Take it out.
Inhalers isn't the only...
Hey, don't get lippy with me, bitch.
Like,
I'll fucking hook your ass to a dog leash.
You see that it's like right on her lip and not like under her lip?
Yeah, it's not in her
really
lip.
Fucking bothering me.
Anyway, Danielle satisfies her addiction.
There we go. Now we're eating. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Dude, telling you, she has more bolts and nuts in her than a fucking Mustang. Good Lord. You go have sex with her, next thing you know, you're working on a project car.
Just get a scoop, put it in the back of my tongue.
That's not a scoop. That's like a dab. A scoop is like what you give the dog, all right? You clean up his shit.
That's what you look... It looks like the fucking grease at where I work.
Oh, like new grease that you put in there to like loop things up so it slides in real,
Yeah.
real
Nice.
like
hot,
Yeah.
and then it turns cold, and it
hot. Then what do you eat? Icy hot?
keeps going back and forth. I like to feel it melt in the back of my throat.
Wait. Melt?
That's a 10.
It's so relaxing.
Danielle
I'm sorry.
is so hooked,
She just did the lips back there, so I had to do it.
even needs Vapo-Rub in her morning tea.
I knew it! I knew it! I did watch this and I fucking knew it! Oh, yes! I got my cornflakes, I got my coffee here, and fuck that creamer, gonna put goddamn Vicks Vapo-Rub in that shit.
Instead of coffee, it's tea.
I don't care, it's the same thing, because tea can have caffeine in it.
How did you get the fucking situation right with the drink?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I swear, I didn't watch anything more than like the few first seconds of it just to see how long it takes or like what's the, kind of like the background of it. I did not watch this far at all. And I just totally guessed. Well, I mean, if you think about it, she's eating it. Fuck it. Put in your coffee, man. Or your spot of tea. Danielle goes through. Oh, fuck. That was quick. Damn. That was really quick. Danielle goes through up to 7 jars of Vapo-Rub each week.
Jarbs?
Did I say jarbs?
Yeah.
God damn it. Jars of Vapo-Rub each week. Do you say Vapor-Rub or Vapo-Rub?
Vapor.
I always say Vapo-Rub. I don't know why. You could just say a jar a day. I'm just saying. But, what the fuck do I know? That's more than 7 jars since she, since her addiction began. God damn. Dylan, what's 7,000 divided by 52? 7, that's got to be, like, what, 330, 320?
I don't know. Let's go ahead and do the old calculator. 134.
134. I wasn't even close. Okay, so that's been 134 weeks, which is nearly almost 3 years. About 2.5, 2 2/3 years.
Damn.
I use it throughout the day, pretty much all day. Wake up in the morning, take a little finger.
That's assuming that she's always been at the jar a day thing, which I doubt. But
Nothing like some spicy cum in the morning, huh?
And then when I go to bed at night, at work, some people go outside to have a cigarette. I'll go and use my Vapo-Rub or my inhaler.
think about that. Y'all go out for the smoke break. And you're like, he's over here. He's got fucking Marlboro Reds. Dude over here's got Menthols. Dude's over here got Camels. What are you smoking over there? Vicks. Oh, is that a new brand? No. It's been around.
No, is that a new nicotine thing? No.
Is that a new...
What is it? Vapo-Rub.
Is that a vape pen? Well, it's vape, but not in the thing that you think it is.
The smell is definitely overwhelming. There's no other smell in that house, but...
What is with all the bolts? I don't get it. At least there's not green everywhere. God damn, I thought they were standing in front of the green screen the last video we watched. Jesus Christ.
Vapo-Rub almost.
If you want to know what we're talking about, go either listen or support us on Patreon and watch the episode. I mean, there was so much green, I thought my monitor was broke. It was ridiculous.
You're making my eyes burn. Put it away.
It's making your eyes burn from way over there.
Yeah, well,
Hey, Vicks is pretty potent stuff, man. You can tell when someone uses that shit from like the other side of the county. It's awesome.
would be over there if you didn't...
Somebody's using Vicks Vapo-Rub.
Yeah. It's like that meme where the dude's sitting there, he's like, what is that? What is that? He starts running down the driveway. What is that?
Oh, yeah, from Walking Dead shit.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that?
He starts running down. Dude, open Vicks. What is that?
What is that? Huh?
smell like that.
But Danielle doesn't let her family's disapproval get in the way
It's not the glove compartment. It's the Vicks compartment.
of her addiction.
Oh, was that in a... Wait, hold on. Was that in like a cup of pens?
Approval
Up
get-
of
Of like
spoons
utensils.
and shit.
Okay. I just saw the purple because I was too busy making a shitty joke.
in the way
And all I
of
just
her
saw was the purple part there. I was like, wait, did she put that in with fucking pens? The hell?
addiction.
Yeah, you go to sign something for the UPS guy. You're like, oh shit, that's not a pen. That's my fucking addiction. Here, I'll be right back. Let me go grab a fucking writing stick. I'm sorry, sir.
I'll hide Vapo-Rub in some of my shoes, in my car, under my bed.
Why do you need to hide it? It's
Yeah,
not
what
like
the fuck?
it's not cocaine.
It's not illegal.
Yeah, it's not like, I mean, it's weird, but it's not like you're fucking harboring heroin or fentanyl or something. Jesus.
It's one of the best hiding spots. Nobody notices it's there.
The fact that she hides it from me, I definitely feel betrayed a little bit. It is very sad that a little container of Vapo-Rub couldn't actually get in the way
She's concealed carry.
of a relationship.
I love how the sound is funnier than the joke.
That's kind of the point of it because the joke is a miss, but the sound effect makes up for it. Vapo-Rub contains a toxin called Camelback. Camphor. Consumption of camphor. God damn, they are moving that shit along fast, man. Son of a bitch. Consumption of Camel cigarettes can cause seizures, nervous system damage, and death. Well, it's not wrong. It's actually camphor, but I don't know.
She's done it for so long, she's not ready to.
Fucking sandhorse. Say something else. It's a little politically incorrect, so I'd tone it down a little bit.
Realize what it could possibly be doing to her.
I mean, I don't know how. It's not like I have a thing of Vicks down here. I don't know how often it says you can put it. I mean, like, if you take Tylenol, it says you can take 2 in every 4 hours, but don't take more than 6 in 24 or something like that, right? Or 8 in 24 hours, something like that, because it will fucking wreck your liver. I don't know if it's the same thing with Vicks because it's respiratory, and so it could possibly. I'm sure if you
Probably damage your lungs.
Yeah, but it's not like you're fucking lighting up a lung dart. It's not to the same effect. Because if it was as bad as lighting up a fucking pack of Winstons, it would be not FDA cleared. Now, eating it, on the other hand, though, that's a different story.
It doesn't really matter what anybody says. I'm not going to stop. Probably going to continue using Vapo-Rub until the day I die. Forever.
Which at this rate will be tomorrow.
But
It's like those
God,
ladies who
that's
are like 95 and like, I'm going to stop smoking. Why? You've made it this far. Fuck it. What's the point? You're 95. It's not like you're 15. You're 90 fucking 5. I'm gonna stop smoking 6 packs a day. I'm gonna knock it down to 5.5. Oh wow. Oh, you're a real big tough woman, aren't you? Jesus.
Danielle's girlfriend is worried about the long-term health effects. And
Yeah, I keep tasting that shit in your pussy, and it's not great. You know, it combats the fish smell, but
Danielle to see a doctor.
You just walk in the fucking room.
I want her to hear from somebody else that it could be very harmful to her. It just needs to
Rip those labels off those water bottles. We can't let the world know that these are fucking Aquafina.
stop. Did kind of want to talk to you a little bit about some concerns that I have with your Vapo-Rub. I'm really concerned.
No, she is not happy. I mean, she's ready to play fucking Basket Case from Green Day here. If you don't know, the starting line to it, Dillon, is...
Do you have the time to listen to me whine?
Yeah.
Especially about your health.
What are you asking me to do? Am I going to stop?
So what if I said me or
I don't know
the
why,
Vapo-Rub?
but the girl that eats the Vapo-Rub, she seems so familiar to me, and I don't know why.
You been getting down with that Vapo pussy?
Fuck no. No, she you ever had seen one of those faces that look familiar as fuck, but you just can't place
Yeah,
it?
I know what you mean. I was just being an asshole per
You
usual.
know,
No, just an asshole.
That's dumb. I would never make you choose between something you love and person you love.
It shouldn't be.
So wait, are
whoa,
they...
whoa, what?
Yeah, we'll back that up.
Am I going to stop?
So what if I said me or the Vapo-Rub?
That's going a little scorched earth. It's not like she's doing fucking lines of coke. I mean, yeah, it's unconventional, but it's not hardcore shit here.
Yeah, it's just Vapo-Rub. What?
That's dumb. I would never make you choose between something you love and person you love.
See, now I'm with the addict bitch here. Like, whoa, what? It's okay. Yeah, it's weird, but let's maybe work on it a little bit here rather than being like, you give it up cold turkey, or me and my pussy lips are out of here, bitch. And if they're a girlfriend, why is she wearing a ring?
Probably a promise ring.
Okay, I'll buy that. I was gonna say it's sure shit not a purity ring.
It shouldn't be Vapo-Rub, me, all in the same tier.
That I agree with too. Like if you're doing if you're eating and licking and sniffing and huffing and blowing and rubbing all over you a jar of Vicks Vapo-Rub a day, you got an issue, bitch.
And that should be your girlfriend's pussy juices, but we're not talking about that, so.
Okay.
How can you put me on the same level?
That's how much, I love it.
That's hurtful. That's not fair.
I can't love something as much as you.
No, not something as petty as Vapo-Rub.
But it's only petty to you. It's not.
See, I'm so torn on whose side I want to take here because they're making really good points. Like the bitch here, Danielle, I think is her name, who has the Vicks without a D problem. It's really fitting that she's addicted to Vicks and she's a lesbian.
Her eyes look fucking black in this, dude. Holy shit. You see that shit?
Yeah, it's kind of like...
That's a little scary.
I like the Vapo-Rub.
Yeah.
I don't even know what fucking point I was going to make here now. Oh, Danielle, she made the good point of why are you making me choose between... That's not right, which is fair. It's like having an addiction to Vapo-Rub. Yeah, it's weird. But it's not... I wouldn't say... If I had a girlfriend and she was doing that, I wouldn't say it's a deal breaker. It'd be like, hey, can we maybe work? Because it's not good for you to be doing this. It's not in the same level as smoking a pack of menthols a day, but it's also not like eating a serving of strawberries a day either. Okay, we gotta rein it towards in a little bit here.
Yeah, I think I think you could really. I guess for general purposes, just in general, you could say this about any addiction. Instead of saying you gotta choose me or the addiction, it's how about you stay with that person and help them with it?
Yeah, that's what exactly. You know, now if they were like addicted to like hardcore drugs and you've tried working at it, and they just keep falling in, then I could see why you would give up, because it's like, I've tried, and I just need to move on for my own mental sanity.
Yeah.
There I would understand, but it's like, but at the same time, it's like what she's saying is like being kind of hung up on this is kind of petty, and it is. You're huffing Vapo-Rub. Or Vapor-Rub. I'm calling it Vapo-Rub. If you don't like it, fuck me. All right.
Well, you're not saying the with it, so
I'm just skipping it. It's like
Vapo-Rub. Yeah.
Yeah, Vapo-Rub. But everybody knows what the fuck you mean. Yeah, I like I said, it's hard to pick a side here because they're making really good points. I don't know who to choose here.
Not small to me, though.
I can't think of it that way because I think of...
Because the point she made, too, that Diamio is like, well, it's only bothering you. Because she's the only one bringing it up to you. I'm sure it bothers other people, but they just don't bring it up. Like, you're in a fucking fancy restaurant, Ruth Chris Steakhouse, and instead of putting A1 steak sauce on your steak, you're putting fucking Vicks. Like, what the hell?
Wow. One fingerful of Vapo-Rub could kill you.
But it hasn't.
That is the absolute fucking definition of an addict. It could kill you, but it hasn't. Smoking one cigarette won't necessarily give you lung cancer. Smoking a cigarette
I haven't died
a day,
once in my life.
Yeah.
So.
But it's like smoking a pack of cigarettes necessarily won't be the reason that kills you. Smoking a pack of cigarettes a day for 50 years, pretty good chance that's what's going to kill you. It's the consistency of doing it, over and over again.
Popcorn lung. You know why they call it popcorn lung? Because every time you breathe in, it's snap, crackle, and pop.
Yeah, it's no secret.
It hasn't hurt you yet, but you never know.
That's a double. For both our fucking jokes. I gotta change this to a... There we go. I did test. Yeah, okay. I had to change the settings so I could do it back to back again.
Person that this actually does something horrible to.
But that could be the same with anything. You could say that, denim is affecting the pores in your skin, so guess what? Genes are causing cancer. Like it.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Okay, now I don't know.
now we're kind of going like, if someone doesn't agree with you politically and they start going way fucking out there, like, yo, it's no. If that's a thing, I've been lied to my whole life. Fuck you, Wrangler.
That can be anything. Anything can show up later and cause like an illness.
Why would you bring up denim though? Why wouldn't you bring up some of the like?
That is true though.
Yeah, it's true. But like, out of all the things to bring up, denim. Why wouldn't you bring up the fucking Ronald McDonald shit you all put on your faces with makeup and stuff? You don't think if you do that a lot, it won't damage your skin? I'm just saying that might have a little bit more of effect than wearing denim. What do I know?
Her earlobes look really big for...
Because she has fucking...
because of the gauge.
It's because of the gauges, yeah. Dude, I saw a guy one time, he had gauges. Swear to God, I could have stuck my penis in it. I mean, they were like...
that small?
It was that massive.
You set yourself up for that one. Fucker.
I know I did. I did on purpose. But they were like, I could have probably stuck a fucking bolt through it. Like, I'm not just saying like, ooh, screw, no, like a fucking like bolt to hold on a goddamn, or like a stud for like a semi, a stud that you put a lug nut on, that type of shit. It was like, dude, god damn. I've heard of, detached earlobes, but holy shit, you got fucking knee knockers here.
Disorder or death.
Exactly, which is my concern, which is why you think that it hasn't hurt you yet, but I mean, give or take a couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months, you never know. I mean, same concept,
The genes haven't affected you yet either, and you wear them every day too. I mean, it's the same. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I don't know why, but I just remembered this question from work. Okay, the perfect stick or the perfect rock? Which one would you rather have?
Well, what would be the perfect rock?
Whatever is.
It's a boulder.
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock.
It's a rock. A rock. Like, what do you like? Okay, I already said what would be the perfect stick.
Okay, I'll give you my example.
And I'd like to give you, because like I hear that and it's like, I mean,
I come across a
I don't know
rock
what
and
I
it's
would
like-
classify as the perfect rock. Like you say something like, "Oh, that's a perfect circle." Everybody can agree if a circle is pretty close, it's a perfect circle. It's looks like a circle.
Yeah, if you find like a spherical rock, that's pretty cool, right?
Okay,
Like-
yeah. If it looks like
Okay,
a
you
globe,
flat-
yeah.
yeah. You find like a super flat rock that if you skip it, it's gonna skip for a long ass time.
Yeah, it's
right?
gonna end up in fucking England and knock some bastard in the
Yeah.
head. Yeah,
But you'd lose that rock forever if you skip it.
true.
But if you found a stick that looked like a sword, that's kind of cool too.
Yeah, tell you.
But
fucking,
if you found a stick that was also a circle, that would also be cool.
yeah, the stick's giving me a Woody, and it is a Woody. I'm sorry.
It makes sense to me. I don't get like the
Meanwhile, the fucking stick is sitting there going like,
Are you trying to have sex with me?
big the deal about it. Like the
"Hey, what's brown and sticky? Stick cum."
big deal. Like
It's because I love you and I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
I know nothing's gonna happen to me.
You're crazy. You drive me crazy.
I'm crazy.
You drive me crazy.
Do you think she's hiding a Vicks Vapo stick in her fucking boobs there?
Oh, for sure.
I'm just
I
waiting.
bet
for,
you she's waiting for.
I'm
to
just
pull it
waiting.
out.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for her to pull it out.
That's better.
There's just no getting through to you sometimes.
I mean, I try to make you happy by limiting it, so it could be.
Doesn't sound like you're really limiting it if you're at fucking one a day. Jesus.
But you don't limit it. You just limit. So I see that you limit, and then I turn a corner and there's like 4 more.
That's only
bottles.
because in case. Those are like just in case. That's
It's
it.
just in case if I go into that room and I have to use it.
Yeah, it's just in case you go away for a long weekend. Just in case.
Like it's just in case.
Clearly, what I say doesn't matter to you. If you're not going to listen to me, listen to somebody who's going to help you understand what it could possibly be doing to you.
Well, what do you want me to do?
There's an easy compromise to this. Go to the doctor to see what damage it's done. That's it. That's all you got to do. If it's done damage,
No, I got an easier compromise. Problem solved.
damn.
Now you will have the time, bitch.
Go talk to a doctor. Would you consider that?
Could you imagine her girlfriend killing her and then setting up the Vapo-Rub as the killer? Cops bust down the door. They see her laying with a gunshot.
The Vapo-Rub. The Vapo-Rub.
Rub, sorry.
You said rug the first time.
And
I mean,
the
who knows?
Vapo-Rub just
Maybe
has
she's-
a gun right next to it.
Maybe she's all natural down there, but hey.
It was the Vapo-Rub. Get down on the ground.
Let me see the hand. The hand. Let me see it. He's going for my gun. He's going for my
Oh, fucking mag dump a Vapo-Rub.
Yeah. Okay. So like in Ottawa County, which is where in a county in West Michigan, I don't know if they still do it. I know for a while there they had the sheriff department will put up like the days or the week's mugshots. Imagine you're going through that and there's a fucking picture.
This Vicks Vapo-Rub entered a home on September 8th, 2013.
Murdered the parents and raped the children. Holy shit!
Officers got to the scene and it was acting disorderly, so they had to put it down.
Imagine the things in the fucking holding
shit,
cell,
dude.
dude's like, "What are you in for?" "Oh, I'm here for robbing a bank." "Oh, what are you in for?" "Oh, I'm here for stealing a car." "What are you in for?" Columbine." What? Holy shit, Vix, what you up to over there?
No, it'd be even funnier if like you just don't see it move at all.
Yeah,
It doesn't
Damn.
talk or nothing. It's just like
Just
there.
sit It's just there. Yeah, just taking up space. Like us taking up real estate. Just there, like, damn, dude, it's that bad. Don't you want to talk about it? Son of a bitch.
For you, not because I want to know, because I know the answer, but
Yeah, you're right. It must be some sort of promise ring because the attic here is wearing one too. Okay, I'm not a big fan of tattoos. I just not a huge fan of them. But I don't remember her name. The lady, the girlfriend who's trying to help attic here to get fucking some help. She has a really cool looking arm tattoo. Not gonna lie, a sleeve. It looks
dragon tattoo. Right
yeah,
there.
it's really good. It looks really good. I mean, I don't like tattoos because it's like, yeah, they look good now, but think about when your skin gets wrinkly and stretched out and shit like that, you know, and may not look as good. And they are permanent. Yes, you can get rid of them, but they are very painful to get rid of a tattoo. But
you're gonna have to stretch your arm to get it retouched up, like you stretch a nutsack to shave it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, lift the courage bag off the floor so you can get the scrotum. But they are some really good, like unbelievably good tattoo artists out there. I mean, it's like you look at, it's like, I don't like tattoos, but even I can appreciate the art. You know,
yeah,
one of them deals.
It's not going to change anything.
But you would give it a shot.
I guess.
Mostly because the show's going to be bankrolling it, but yeah, I'll go do it.
Guess we'll just have to see what she says.
Your shit's fucked.
Just nothing.
You somehow have a double asshole.
Oh, wait, no, that's your vagina, loose lips. Never mind. Everything's fine. They somehow moved. Are you using the Vicks as lube or something? What the hell are you doing?
I don't know why, but I thought they were going to start playing Sweet Home Alabama.
And then I'd be fucking struck down for copyright. Awesome.
Following week, Danielle visits a doctor for the first time to talk about her Vapo-Rub addiction.
I don't remember her name, and I'm really mad about it. Why does she dress up, the girlfriend dress up like a middle school teacher?
First time to talk about her...
Look at that, purple vest with some fucking rhombuses and diamonds on it and shit. And meanwhile, Danielle over here looks like she just got done working the corner.
Vapo-Rub addiction.
Doing what I promised Chantel, so Chantel can see.
Chantel, that's her name.
It's not actually causing me harm. It's not doing anything to me, and it can stop bothering me about it.
So what brings you in today?
I have like this.
Nah, for
thing
sure.
that-
If you were to cover Chantel's head, like, and it shows her full fit, she's dressed like a dad.
I think she is the male part of the relationship.
I do.
I'm just waiting for her to walk out with some fucking New Balance shoes on and we're set.
Dude, those fucking Oakley sunglasses. Yeah.
They are a little worse for wear. She's definitely got her fucking money out of them bitches.
Vapo-Rub.
That's about 3 weeks of use.
I actually do like to use it on my chest, and I like to eat it.
About how much of that do you use per day?
I can go through a jar in a day.
Okay. Have you noticed...
The family size.
I can go through a jar. No, bitch, you go through a jar a day.
Yeah, I use the family size because we're going to start a family. What?
Any bad side effects?
Yeah, the fucking Chantel keeps being a bitch about it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, cover her face right now. She's definitely dressed like a dad, dude.
I
Look at
don't
them
disagree.
fucking kneecaps, man.
Damn.
Those are some fucking quarterback kneecaps.
It's better than Nickelback kneecaps.
Wolf.
God, we're so stupid.
No, actually, I haven't.
My immediate reaction is that this cannot be good for your health. But are you aware that the active
What
ingredient...
gives you that idea, Doc? The fact that it says do not eat on the packaging? What's such communist thinking out of this for?
in the Vapo-Rub is camphor, a toxic chemical. It's a poison when taken internally.
Chantel definitely fucking smoked a doobie before she came in here.
I was about to say
Look
something.
at them eyes. Dude, she's in fucking space.
Nah, I felt behind those eyes. Those are fucking more glazed than a Krispy Kreme donut.
Dude, she's like, yeah, I told you, bitch.
She looks like she wants to be shocked, but her
shit.
fucking mouth is just not responding.
Yeah, her eyes are doing all the work.
She thinks because you can buy it on the shelf that it's safe.
Talk
Oral
about turkey
ingestion
neck. Holy
of
shit.
camphor can cause coma, hallucinations, nausea, vomiting, and even death. She
So it's
needs
literally
to-
dangerous to LSD. Good to know.
Without all the fun. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, it says it causes hallucinations.
Yeah. Oh, I would say you'd probably have to take a lot of it because there's probably a little amount of camphor or whatever, Camelback or Sweatshop, whatever the fuck it's called.
Colton, I was making a joke.
Yeah, I think it's bad.
Just completely. Okay, I have your lab results.
You got 4 holes in your intestines, your stomach's going to be imploded soon, and it looks like you have butthole cancer.
And you're 8 months pregnant.
Luckily for you, the lab results are normal, but patients have died
From Vapo-Rub?
from camphor. It can be fatal.
I like how, like, a lot of these, every time the results come back, they're like, yep, everything's fine. And you can tell the person's like, yeah, they're about to turn whoever went with them. Be like, I told you, cunt, I can take all this shit, nothing's gonna be fine. And then the doctor gives them a fucking reality check, says, yeah, but you still shouldn't do it. You know, like Jimmy next door, we said he had a stroke. No, he fucking anally put Vicks Vapo-Rub in himself. He's dead. He thought it would get rid of the Asperger's.
It's not meant to be taken internally.
It's really hot in here.
Oh, man, they must have been there a while because she's no longer
To
high.
be taken internally.
What an incredible change of events. They must have been there all day.
It's really hot
She took the Snoop Dogg reversal treatment.
in here. Can I just get up for a minute, please?
Poor David here. Poor bastard who fucking drew the short straw for this shit. It's like, Christ.
Do I gotta start running after her like
Yeah.
Murray?
Yeah, fucking Murray, yeah.
Maury, sorry.
Or Jerry Springer.
Wait,
yeah.
what did she get told? I was too focused on you making like a fart noise.
Oh, yeah, I was too busy too. I have no idea. We'll play back.
It's not meant to be taken internally.
Oh, yeah, basically a reality check like, bitch.
It's really hot in here. Can I just get up for a minute, please?
She's about to
This
go
just
hit her
sound like-
vapor rub.
This just sound like she farted when she got up. Listen.
It's really hot in here. Can I just get up for a minute, please?
Like that little
yeah.
that noise right there. You know, it's like the opposite of this. Instead of bwomp, it's like bwomp. Yes, we need to blur out the scale so we don't know how much the air weighs. Thank God. We don't want to embarrass fucking oxygen and nitrogen.
Why does every fucking doctor's office in this show looks like a house?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Every single doctor's office, I swear to God.
Well, again, the show's paid for it, so we're going to fucking Lisa Jane's and Beyond or some shit like that, you know? Like, real low. It's right next to the Pizza Hut, you know, across the street's the fucking Lion's Den, you know? After you figure out you can't use Vicks Vapo-Rub as lube, you can go across the street and get some proper shit.
Well, I bet you they get a lot of customers too, so.
Yeah, probably.
Let me get Stacy here for an STD check.
How do you think it makes me feel?
But it's not even a deal. Like, it was just like one ingredient.
But still, it's that one thing.
I know, but my results came back.
See, like, this is
Oh my God.
the true definition of a junkie. Not, now I'm saying, like, someone who's, like, hardcore and, like, the drugs, right?
I don't know why, but the the text for these subtitles make me think of the Don't Pirate commercials on DVDs.
Yeah. But it's
That doesn't mean anything. It's just one movie.
yeah, it doesn't mean anything. I only ran over one kid in the school zone. It's not that big of a deal. Doesn't mean anything. I only raped one child. It's fine.
It's just one ingredient. Yeah, but that ingredient is cancer, you dumb bitch.
Mean anything? I just don't want anything to happen.
And 6 months later, they broke up. Oh.
I know it probably wasn't what you were expecting to hear.
I don't know what to think.
My recommendation would be for you to
Stop it. Get some help.
Stop using it completely.
No. I mean,
I'm sorry, but if I just met a doctor, don't put your fucking hands on my leg, all right?
Well, she likes girls touching her, so maybe they're
you ever
for
get
a
a hernia
throuple.
check?
Yeah, where you do the turning cough.
Yeah, that shit's awkward as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I had a female doctor do it to me, and I felt so weird.
I think the last time, because being an over-the-road truck driver, every 2 years I have to go in and renew my med card. And the last time I went in there, the doc was like, "Any pain when you cough?" I'm like, "Nope." He's like, "All right, you're fine." Didn't even...
Oh yeah, I literally when I got one of my jobs, I went in there and they were swamped as fuck. Peed in a cup, gave it to him. And the doctor came in, pushed on my stomach a few times. Was like, "Any pain?" I was like, "Nope." And he's like, "You're good.
You're good. Get the fuck out. Now, have your company pay us $3,000 and get the fuck out."
Feel like
don't let the door hit your ass on the way out.
Doesn't understand. I'm hoping that eventually it'll sink in that this particular ingredient is very harmful to her.
So we could go back to smoking reefers. Yeah.
So now what do you think?
I don't know. Like it's making.
I need a hit of my Vicks, man. I need to de-stress.
What I'm thinking right now is I need my Vapo-Rub.
It's making me nervous just thinking about stopping it.
This is what you wanted. You wanted proof.
You wanted proof. I didn't want proof. And she still didn't really tell you actually that it was Vapo-Rub. She said it was the ingredient in Vapo-Rub.
What more does she have to tell you?
Oh my god! It's literally Vapo-Rub.
So if you take that one ingredient, Camelback, fucking whatever, out of Vapo-Rub, it's fine. Yeah, camel toe. If you take that out of Vapo-Rub, it's fine. Now it's like fucking Schmuckers. It's great. Put it on some peanut butter and you're great. You got a fucking
now
PB.
It's just weird jelly.
Yeah, now you got a PB and V.
PB and V.
Peanut butter and Vicks. Well, they definitely ain't gonna be eating a PB and D.
It's been medically figured out. It's proven.
All right, I get it. What do you want me to say?
Doesn't sound like you get it, considering what you said 20 seconds ago. She didn't say it was Vapo-Rub. She said it was just one ingredient in Vapo-Rub.
She has a very hoarse voice. I wonder if that's also a side effect of the Vicks.
Could be. I don't know. Maybe she just talks like that, like fucking Bonnie from Family Guy. Hey, Joe.
What the fuck was that?
It's my interpretation of Bonnie from fucking
Hey, Peter.
My wife sounds like a whore.
Are you gonna stop?
Well, I mean, I have no choice, do I? I'm a little bit irritated by it.
Man, I had to stop something that's killing me. God damn it. Life isn't fair.
You're lucky it hasn't killed you yet, you dumb
Jesus Christ.
Shut up! Shut up!
God damn it, it's shortened up. There's twice now I could have fucking played this goddamn fucking sound effect, and both times it's fucking cocked me over. There you go. Problem fixed. Now,
Shut up, bitch!
Jesus.
That's it. I do know I have to. I don't want to, but I know I have to.
I know I have to, but I don't want to, but I know I have to, but I don't want to, but I know I have to, but I don't want to, but I know I have to. Repeat stuff. Danielle is still battling her addiction to Vicks. She has cut back to 1 jar and 1 inhaler per week. Hey, that's progress. That's all I could say. She was at 7 a day. Now she's down to 1 a day. Or I'm sorry, 1 She was at 7 a week. Now she's down to 1 a week. God damn it.
She has cut back to 1 jar and 1 inhaler per week. That's not bad.
No, I mean, it's still 1 more than what you should be doing. But hey, it's better than 7. Hey, look, the clay mask bitch is back. We've already seen that one. So, all right. For all you fine tiddly pips on Patreon,
that gets mud butt.
For
Come
all
on,
you
that one was a
find,
good one.
come on, for all you fine tiddly pits on Patreon that supported us, we thank you for watching this video. And if you want to watch the video, you can go support us on Patreon for as little as $2 a day. Just don't do it through the iOS app.
$2 a day.
$2 a month. I'm sorry. I'm all fucked up. 7 jars a week, 7 jars a day. Fuck. What's fucking 7 days? Fuck it. It's $2 a month. Just don't do it through the iOS app. And in fact, if you sign up now, not through the iOS app, you could sign up, cancel right away. You get a 7-day free trial. We are better than the town whore because we fuck you over for free.
We fuck you out of shit for free.
That's right. Oh, okay. Dillon, what is your banger of the week?
Banger of the week is Cyanide Sweet Tooth by Shinedown. I think that's the full song. I don't know.
I don't think I've only heard. I haven't.
Okay,
like,
no, Cyanide Sweet Tooth Suicide by Shinedown is what it is.
Okay, I have only really heard the hits by Shinedown. I haven't like sat down and like listened to like an album like I have most of Disturbed's albums. But if it's Shinedown, it probably bangs because Shinedown fucking slaps.
It's good. It's an older song, but it
they be, as the kids would say, bussin'. I'm sorry.
Don't ever fucking say that again. Listen, there is only one person who uses the modern slang, and it is me. And that is it. Andy doesn't. You don't. I sure shit know that fucking Riker doesn't.
I'm just trying to be hip with the kids, man.
Even though we're both in our 20s, so we're like right around that age where we're like, that shit's bussin'.
Yeah. Busting a nut. That's not it. My banger of the week, and it fits perfectly for this show because it's broken. The song is Broken by Seether featuring Amy Lee. It's a good song.
That's a good song.
It is a very good song. If you want, you can hear these songs on our Spotify playlist once Dillon gets around to actually doing that. How's that coming along, Dillon?
Well, I can say that I've gotten -1 episodes on there so far.
Yeah. Hey, why don't we just start right now, Dillon? Why don't you go to Spotify and start right now? We'll start right here with episode 44, and we'll start from here on out. How about that?
How about I make a Google Doc so I can write this shit down? How about
yes.
that?
How about that? And then I can give you all the ones that I've done in the past, and then you can maybe think of the ones that you've done in the past. While you do that, before you do that, actually, why don't you give me your facts of the week?
All right, hold on.
I know
now,
if
you guys know that when we get to it, well, you know, a stupid fucking pop-up is going to pop up. We're scrolling down. Fuck! Yeah, I didn't even get like halfway down. And it popped up. All right, so last time we did... sorry. Yeah, Rhode Island because it was stupid, and South Carolina. We are now on
the fact that Rhode Island was stupid too.
Yeah. What?
Well, because you said we did Rhode Island because it was stupid, and I'm like, yeah, and the fact was stupid too.
So now we're on South Dakota and Tennessee. Catching some Z's must be easier in South Dakota, which one survey found is the least sleep-deprived...
Wait. So you did South Carolina last week?
Yeah. Rhode Island and South Carolina, yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering, because the last time both Norths were together, and I was like, well, why isn't he doing both Souths? But okay. Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Start from the beginning. I was lost.
So
I'm just
South
here.
Dakota. Catching some Z's must be easier in South Dakota, which one survey found is the least sleep-deprived state in the country.
Yeah. Good for them.
Good for the... Yeah, I was going to say good for them.
I think, well, because like up there, South Dakota, North Dakota, that area, part of Montana, is like the oil fields region. And I know it was like this. I don't know if it still is, but like, first of all, if you work in the oil fields, you make fucking bank. Let me tell you, okay? You make bank. And a lot of times you go out in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, Badlands area, right, where all the oil fields are, and so there's nothing out there. So you're out there for 7 days, and then you go back to wherever you live, you know, Pierre, you know, Fargo, whatever you actually live, right? And then you're off for 7 days. So you're on for 7, off 7, on 7, off 7, which, I mean, that's not bad. I mean, yeah, it sounds bad now. It's like, damn, you're on for 7 days in a row. Obviously, you're not, like, 24/7. You're probably like on for 12 hours a day and then you off for 12. It's a 2-shift operation.
Yeah.
But then you go, yes, you're missing, you're gone from, if you do have a family, for 7 days, but then you're home for 7 days at a time. So it's like, yeah, it would be tough to get used to it right away, but I'd say once you get used to it, that would seem kind of nice, honestly. If you're on 7, off 7, on 7, off 7, on 7, off 7. That doesn't seem so bad. So, all right, anyways, continue on, sorry.
Tennessee, because you're the only 10 I see.
Boo! You suck!
On a clear day, 7 states are visible from Lookout Mountain near Chattanooga.
It's just Chattanooga.
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 That's kind of a funny name. But you don't have to look further than Chattanooga for the largest freshwater aquarium in the world.
That's in Chattanooga?
Chattanooga, yeah.
Really? I would have thought it'd be like somewhere in like L.A. or New York or like Atlanta or something like that, or Miami.
This is 2 words from being a hate crime. I'm just letting you know.
Chattanooga. Hey, you say Chattanooga is kind of funny.
2 letters, not 2
okay.
words.
I say if you think, yeah, that's why I was confused. I'm like, what? I'm like doing the math in my head. I'm like, well, no, KKK is just 1 letter. Ku Klux Klan is just 1 letter repeated a lot, But I just lost my train of thought now. Oh, you think the word Chattanooga is funny? Wait till you find out there's a river called the Chattahoochee.
Chattahoochee? Are you serious?
Yeah, don't you ever heard the Alan Jackson song, the Chattahoochee? I don't know if it's actually called that, but he talks about the Chattahoochee. Yeah, it's a real river. Runs through Tennessee and Atlanta, or Georgia. Chattahoochee. Real river?
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's because you fucking left the state of Michigan once in your life. Twice. Sorry, you went to Disney World once. Oh.
I've been outside of the state.
Yeah, twice that I know of.
That you know of.
What was the other times you went? Oh, we went to Michigan City. Oh, wow, you're real fucking adventurous, aren't you, Dillon?
I've been to Indiana a couple times.
You're really fucking adventurous, aren't you, Dillon?
Whoa, listen. We've been. I've been to Pennsylvania, Ohio. Unfortunately, thank God it was just a pass through. But Kentucky, I've been to. Tennessee, I've actually been to. So lick my nuts.
Gladly.
Yeah, you want some of that smegma?
Yeah. Okay, so we ran really fucking long. We're actually blown past Dillon's cutoff time by a little bit. So we're gonna skip.
It's not blown past. We've blown past Dillon's cutoff time just by a little bit.
So we're gonna skip Functional Idiot's answer, and we'll talk about the NFL season next week, even because that'll actually be the weekend before the NFL season actually starts. So, and mostly that'll be about Dillon's, take. I'll give him a bunch of questions I was going to ask you a bunch of things. Obviously, like we've already talked about how you think the Lions are going to do, but we'll rehash it a little bit. But also, how do you think other teams that are going to do? Like Houston came on really strong with C.J. Stroud? Is that their quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a good quarterback, but I don't think anybody expected Houston to actually have a winning record.
Dude, Houston Texans are, okay, I cannot talk about the Houston Texans without talking about what I want the Super Bowl to be, right? I want a Houston Texans.
Hey, Dylan, why don't you save it for next week?
Well, I already just said it.
Oh, okay. You're just talking about you want them in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I want the Houston Texans and the Detroit Lions Super Bowl. That would be so good.
See, I'd like that because it's like you're guaranteed that some franchise is going to win their first Super Bowl.
Yep, and neither of them have been in the Super Bowl. So
exactly, that's why like this past year's Stanley Cup playoffs, I was really pushing for Florida because I was like, that franchise has been around. I think this was their 30th year, and they have never won a Stanley Cup. Like, I love nothing more. Yeah, I love nothing more than seeing franchises that have been around a really long time win a championship, regardless if it's Stanley Cup, MLB. I mean, the Texas Rangers won their first World Series trophy. I don't know. I think it's called the Commissioner's Trophy in MLB. And they've been around for like 40, 50 years or some shit, like a long ass time, right? Because it's good story. Like, Because a lot of times teams that don't win championships, it's because they haven't had good ownership, for the first part, most likely. But like it's like now it's like for all those fans that were so dedicated to the team, and they've never seen the true peaks reached for this team in whatever sport it is. That's where it's like it's like because I might not like certain teams, but it's like I love fans who are super dedicated and loyal to their teams to a certain point. Now, if you're like the people in Philly, fuck you, don't care. But I love because it's like
Or
those
if you like
fans are the
fucking
reason.
Dallas Cowgirls.
Well, I like the cowgirls. Or you mean the cheerleaders? But yeah, the fans, fuck them. But it's like because it's like without those dedicated
We're going to the
fans,
Super Bowl first round playoff exits. You fuckers.
you're going to the Super Bowl,
go
bitch.
ahead.
You're 9, bitch. You're 6-9. What are you talking about? Super Bowl.
We're going to the Super Bowl, and they're always first round playoff exits every
With Dak
fucking
preschool.
year.
But it's like without those dedicated fans, that team would have moved out and moved somewhere else. But there was enough of them that kept going to all the home games, supporting them on the road, watching on TV, or what buying whatever it is to keep the owner there who didn't give a fuck. But then another owner came in who actually gave two shits, and rather than moving the team, was like, you know what? I can see that we still have a good presence here. It's just we just haven't been good. And so then they put the work in, they put the effort in, they get the right people in place, and then you are the Florida Panthers and you win your first Stanley Cup. I just like that,
I think what really frustrates me though about like longtime fans is that, like, not longtime fans, is that all these longtime fans get overlooked because a bunch of new fans just out of the blue was like,
the bandwagoners.
And then they hop off as soon as we don't win or something. It's like, clearly you guys have not been here around since the beginning, because if you were, you wouldn't be fucking, like, granted, there are some games that we should have won, whatever, shit happens, right? Like,
Yeah.
We didn't win against the fucking Seattle Seahawks, or the Seattle Sea Chickens, but we won against the Kansas City Queefs. So, I mean, like...
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have a name for the Detroit Lions, probably like Detroit Losers. Or
Yeah, the Dildo Lions.
The Dildo Losers.
Hey, we went 13-4 last year, fucker.
But, yeah, and then, like... Oh, man, yeah, the fucking bandwagon fans pissed me off. When we lost, like... Was it last year that we really lost against the fucking Ravens because we got our asses handed to us?
Yeah, it was last year. It was like one of the first losses we had. Because I think at that point we were like 6. We were like 6-0 or 5-0 or something like that, or maybe 5-1.
People were all like, "Oh my god, same old Lions." It's like, not really. We just fought against a good team, and we just happened to just not show up, which kind of pissed me off. But
and the Ravens actually let Lamar Jackson do Lamar Jackson things.
Yeah.
That's what would frustrate me more if we had somebody like Lamar Jackson or like Justin Fields, and the coaching staff won't let them run the ball. It's like, that's what they're good at. Let them run the ball.
The thing is, like, Justin Fields is a dual threat, though. He can pass the ball.
Yeah, he can.
That shit pissed me off when they got. Oh my god, the Bears.
And the Bears just fumbled the bag big time with them.
Just fucking wait till next week.
Next week, Dillon's. Oh yeah, we're gonna go through all of because Lions are in the NFC North, right? Yes. I always get I like how the NHL does it, because it's like you got divisions, you got conferences. Fucking MLB, you got. You would think both Texas teams are in the AL. Or one. It's like what?
Well, we got. Yeah, the basketball is fucking weird as fuck.
No, but I think basketball is kind of similar to the NHL, where you've got conferences and divisions. Yeah, the MLB and the NFL are fucking weird. Because the MLB is because if you just look at it, because like I said, the NHL and the NBA, I believe, at least the NHL for sure, you have the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. Okay, all your Eastern Conference teams are actually in the Eastern time zone. And then everybody west of the Eastern time zone is in the West, right? And then Now the Metropolitan and the Atlantic Division, it kind of gets all mumble jumble because you have a big hot spot of like 8 teams in the Northeast, right? So it kind of gets all mumble jumbled in there. But it's like in the West, you have the Central Division. So if you're in the Mountain Time Zone and I think one team's in the Pacific Time Zone. No, if you're in the Central or the Mountain Time Zone, you're in the Central Division. If you're in the back half of the Mountain Time Zone and the Pacific Time Zone, you're in the Pacific Division. It makes sense. But then you have the MLB, and it's like you have, because I get it's divvied up between NL and AL teams. But then you'll have, like the New York Mets and the Yankees. They're in the same town. One's an AL team and one's an NL team. It's like, what? Put them in the same division. So I get confused. And the same thing with the NFL, because it's kind of, they've done a good job, but it's like, it's still kind of, some of them are like, huh? Because it's NFC and AFC.
Okay. All right. So there's two conferences, right?
Yeah,
and obviously
NFC and AFC.
They're the result of the NFL merging with the
AFL. Yeah.
So
I understand. I get that. So, but then you have situations like the Giants and the Jets, separate leagues or separate conferences, same fucking time, and same stadium.
Like, okay, for example, this makes sense. The Bears, Lions, Packers, Vikings. That's
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's good. Fuck, even the NFC South: Falcons, Panthers, Saints, and Buccaneers. Okay, yeah, not
makes
not
sense.
Bad.
So the Dolphins
and
are.
Then you take
AFL.
AFC, yes.
AFC, yes.
Then you get the AFC West. Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. It's like that shit like that. But then if you look at like the AFC like North, it's like, why didn't you put a couple of them motherfuckers in that one? It's like that's where it's like I always get confused. It's like, first of all, it's because there's 8 divisions in the fucking NFL, which is 4 too many. 4 is a good number. 2 conferences, 4 divisions.
We were talking about because me, Andy, and then my cousin Tim all have
Timmy.
We have a group chat for football things.
Gay
like
porn.
We did Madden, but we're not doing it this year. And we were talking about the NFC South, and Tim, which I could not believe because he's a bigger football guy than I am, said that the Falcons were going to win the division. I'm like, Tim, are you retarded?
Are you eating?
The Buccaneers have the best chance. Panthers, no chance at all.
No chance. They're gonna go. I'm gonna say right now, the Panthers are gonna go 3-14. I'm saying that right now. All right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. The Falcons are gonna be second, maybe. Saints are third, but the Buccaneers are definitely gonna be first because they're a better team.
Obviously, Tim's been eating that Vapo-Rub.
Well, I think it's just because the Falcons do have like big,
Well, they just got Kirk
players.
Cousins.
Yeah, but it's Kirk Cousins.
See, I don't think
if it ain't prime time, he ain't playing.
See, I'm like, I don't think Kirk Cousins is a horrible quarterback.
Oh, absolutely not.
It's like the same thing of like
mid.
people would shit on Matthew Stafford. It's like, dude, he's got Calvin Johnson, and that's it. What the fuck you want him to do? They cover him, we're fucked.
So.
Unless it's a 2-minute drill, then I'll take Matthew Stafford over any fucking quarterback in the league right now. If it's a 2-minute drill. Because he had to do a lot of those in Detroit.
But
a lot of those.
Every
fucking game, at the end of every game was a 2-minute drill, so he got a lot of practice. So,
that's
all right,
why, it got made the meme, like, that's a nice fourth quarter combat. That's a nice fourth quarter that
Call
you
of Duty
have.
combat.
It'd be a shame if somebody came back and ruined it. Yeah, that meme. Sorry, Brianna's up here. She started talking.
We finally beat Medicare.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah,
you just did.
That's
Jesus
exactly
Christ.
what it sounded like.
So, all right, if you want to hear more of our opinions or whatever we're going to talk about next week about the upcoming NFL season.
I will get heated too.
Dylan, I'm pretty sure is going to get heated. Like I said, we're going to go through all the NFC North teams because that's who the Diddy Lions are in. And we'll hit some of the other ones too who Dylan gets fired up about. So, with that, let's move on to everyone's favorite segment, Pornstar Birthdays. So our first thoughtie on the list, hold on. I let y'all got a little fucking Marlboro in my throat. Our first thought on the list list. Yeah, I have a Lyft, guys. I drive a Tesla.
All right, Mike Tyson, sign the contract.
I'm gonna
sign the contract, big boy.
I'm gonna bite somebody's ears off. Is Chloe Cherry, 27 years old as of today, August 23rd, being born in 1997, an American from Lancaster, PA. Lancaster pussy ass. She started in porn at the age of 18 in 2015. Keep that in mind. She is 5'7" tall. That's horrible English. With 32 A's, and she's been nominated for the awards Masturbator of the Year, life-size human hand puppet, also known as the Best Fisty Award, Tortured Fuck Doll of the Year, and Awesome Analist.
Dude, she's got some weird fucking lips.
Oh, do you actually look them up as we go?
No, I know her specifically.
Oh.
Because she was, me and Brianna watch a show called Euphoria, and she's in it. And that's the first thing I noticed was like, dude, she got some weird fucking lips.
Oh, you weren't too busy looking at Sydney Sweeney's boobs? And no comment, because everybody's looking at Sydney Sweeney's rack, because holy shit.
Well, it's just like Deadpool and Wolverine. I know damn well everybody's looking at Hugh Jackman's fucking ripped abs.
Wow, all right. She's won the award. She's won the. I've not seen the movie, so I don't know. She's won the awards Spit Roasted Superstar of the Year and The Girl Next Door. Only better. You could slap the purple-headed yogurt pistol to her over 775 credited films. Okay, that's 86 per year. She's averaged from 2015 until now. 86 per year. Holy shit. Talk about throwing a talk about throwing a fucking bratwurst down a hallway. You can catch her.
You ain't gonna have no parking. Ain't nobody.
Yeah.
Fuck, just move on.
We finally beat Medicare.
God damn it, dude! I was just making a joke like you ain't gonna have no trouble parking your semi, you know, and then I'm just like Medicaid.
Yeah, you can fucking parallel park your goddamn Tahoe and that shit. You can catch her in Booty Parlor, Sperm Bank Nurse House Call, Butthole Whore 7.
Whoa.
Hey, she's nominated for Awesome Analist, all right? So there's a... Dude, like, the first, 30 films all had the word anal in it somewhere. Or you can also catch her in Dark Meat 11. So happy birthday to Chloe Cherry. Also, a happy birthday to Renata Fox. I think she's Russian from Moscow. She's 28. She'll be 28 years old on August 25th, being born in 1997. She started in porn in 2015, at the age of 19. Standing at 5'2" with 30 C's. You can sling the jelly. To her currently 169.
Nice.
Credited films such as Butt Busters 3.
What the fuck was that?
It's the metal bat sound. Fresh Meat, Digging Holes, or Russian Strumpet.
Russian Strumpet?
Dude, I about fell out of the chair. I saw that one. I don't know why I thought that was so comical. Russian Strumpet. I'm sorry.
That's a weird name.
Whenever I do these lists from the website I go to, if they don't have at least 100 films, I don't generally look at them. The only way I will, if the first, because you go to their screen, I'll give their stats or whatever, the country of origin, when they started in porn, their birthday, all that shit, and then it'll list the first half dozen to 10 films, and if one of those there catches my eye as funny, then I'll actually go through and see if there's 4 to do one. If they have less than 100, but whenever it comes to the foreigners, man, I don't know why the foreigners tend to have the best titles. I don't know why. I don't know if it because it gets a little janky in translation. I don't care. It's fucking great. Just like Alexia Anders is going to be fucking great on August 24th, tomorrow. Well, as of recording this, being born in 1998, she'll be 26 years old. An American from LA. She started in porn in 2014 at the age of 21. She is 5'3" with 34 C's, and you can strain the main vein to her over 275 credited films, like Bubble Bath Playtime with his big black cock.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
If you don't like that, we can also catch her in Fuck of the Irish.
Fuck of the Irish?
Or Cougarific 2. Or you could also catch her in one of our segments, Master Debaters.
Yeah! Sorry.
So happy
we
birthday.
We got a shout out. Not really, but we did.
So happy birthday to them ladies. Every week they get a high-speed abortion. It sounds like this. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? Oh, it's because I fucking muted it. God damn it. Now my joke's going to fucking be terrible.
Now it's ooh-wop.
Yeah. So, all right, Dylan, who is your functional idiot of the week real quick like?
Functional idiot of the week is two tourists in Europe that swam in front of a cemetery, and it was disrespectful. People got pissed.
What?
Yeah, they took a swim.
Okay, hold on. You can't glaze over it that quick. You gotta saw it did what?
Okay. Tourists in Europe have once again outraged locals with their uncouth behavior, this time taking a dip in front of a cemetery in Venice. Two men who were spotted by commuters on a water bus in the Italian city left their clothes in the front of the San Michele Cemetery last week and entered the murky water. Isola di San Michele, I think that's how you say it, which consists of a cemetery and church, is an island in the Venetian lagoon located between Venice and Murano. Tourists are drawn to the island to see the graves of well-known people, including famous Russian-born composer Igor Stravinsky. People are only allowed to swim in certain areas of Venice, such as public beaches, and not the canals or other bodies of water in the city's residential areas because of both boats and unsanitary conditions.
Nice.
Tensions are already high between tourists and locals in the Italian holiday hotspot. It is widely acknowledged that there's a major problem with tourism in Venice, but how to deal with it is a contentious matter. For the first time this year, Venice introduced an $8 entry fee for day trippers during the peak season.
Entry free?
Shut up. I'm trying to get through this, all right, buddy?
Well, you don't need to give us all the details. I just want to know a little bit more about it, but you're giving me the fucking, like, Bible reading of it.
But, yeah, that's just all what happened.
Jesus. Like, you know, you said the first pit, and I was like, whoa.
What the fuck?
You can't fucking glaze over it like a fucking jelly donut here like that. Like, hey, slow it down a little bit. You gotta give us a little bit more insight.
What? One woman had...
One woman?
One woman. Jesus Christ.
We finally beat Medicare.
Why the fuck are people climbing on statues?
Because it's the thing to do these days.
Yeah,
it's all the rage.
And sticking your ass behind it and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look at my ass. It's pressed against the statue. You're fucking stupid.
Looks like a fucking pressed ham against the statue.
You got two uncooked yams. Get them out of here.
Look at that. It's boar's. It's not boar's head. It's horse head. You done? Can I do mine now?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
My functional idiot of the week is Dylan. What big news story happened about a month ago? Like massive news story.
I actually don't know. Oh, wait. The near Trump assassination.
Yes, right? So what's maybe not such a great idea to say out loud?
That you probably want to kill Trump?
Yeah, I'm going to kill Donald Trump. That's exactly what a man in Arizona did who allegedly threatened to kill Donald Trump. Trump was down in Arizona. I think he's in Arizona right now, campaigning and, stumping and all that shit. Following a manhunt that unfolded as the former president was visiting the border state. Police say that Ronald, 66 of Coochie County, made death threats against Trump in a social media post over the past fortnight. Well, if he stopped playing such a gay-ass game, maybe he wouldn't be doing some stupid-ass decisions. Obviously, last month, Trump was grazed by a bullet, an assassination attempt in Butler, PA. But that's not the only thing. Normally I'd be like, yeah, it's pretty stupid. This is what sets it over the top. Not only did he threaten to kill Donald Trump, he is also wanted by the Coochie County Sheriff's Department for failing to register as a sex offender. He also faced several warrants in both Wisconsin and Arizona, including charges of driving under the influence and a felony hit and run.
Well, I'm not sorry, Yeller, but we got to put you down. Yeah.
The Coochie County Sheriff's Department posted on Thursday afternoon that they had caught the suspect within county lines. He had been taken into custody without incident, no problem there. Dude, what are you doing? Like, out of all things, first of all, you failed to register as a sex offender, which is a felony. And then you also have a felony for driving under the influence and then fucking hitting and running like Michael at Dillon's work, right? Maybe you shouldn't say you're going to go and assassinate the president because you maybe weren't super high on the county sheriff's radar. You just went to fucking number one in the goddamn Western U.S. by saying that shit. So good job, fucking dumbass. You get Retard of the Year award with that shit. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. All right. Sorry, go ahead.
Here's some advice. If you want political atmospheres to change, do it in the polls office. Don't fucking try and kill somebody, you fucking idiots.
Yeah. Here's some advice. Don't be dumb. No, we're not done yet. As I said earlier, you can follow us on Twitter at Fun Idiot Show. Email us, functionalidiotspodcast@gmail.com. Subscribe and follow us on YouTube, Functional Idiots Productions. Or you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com. That's Patreon is Patreon /Functional Idiots Podcast. And if you are on Apple devices, do not support us through the iOS app or the Mac OS app. Do it through the actual Patreon website because you will save, even if it's just a few dollars a month.
We are definitely burning the bridge with Apple.
Well, Apple makes like $50 billion a quarter. Fucking A, man. So, and it's not just me. Like, one of the things I put on here and I wanted to talk about was the Sunday ticket prices are going through the roof. Oh, one of them was because if you subscribe through Apple, it adds like $100 to the tab because of Apple's fucking 33% fee on App Store purchases.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and people are getting all upset. It's like, just like Dillon. Just don't be like Dillon, okay? Don't subscribe through YouTube on the iOS app. Do it at youtube.com. If you want to support us on Patreon, we'd love you if you do that. Just do it at patreon.com. Don't do it on the iOS app. If you're Android, you're fine. It's one of the few hang-ups I have about Apple is just that right there. I other than that, I like Apple products, but that right there, it's kind of scummy.
I like how every single time we're like, we can't go over 2.5 hours, and we're sitting at 2.5 hours.
Well, I can do that in bed. Anyways, till next time, don't be dumb. The sound after Dillon has sex.